Hey everyone, welcome to the new title screen. Of course it's Risha and Lloyd ass. Because of course. Of course it is. Oh man. It's kind of funny. But yeah. Yeah. It's so cool to see Crossbow again. You're gonna leave, kitty, leave. It's cool. Let's load back up. Should be able to get to the advertisement and start the epilogue. Proper. Risha, you're so cool. Gee. And fly highs, you're not wrong. Let's take a look at stuff here. Oh my god. Kitties. You both might be locked out of here in 2 seconds. Oh, good. They fought over the door. Doesn't look like we can... I guess we can go over here. Let me shut his volumes off. Yeah, it is. We got an EP charge 4 over here. Oh, by the way, there's no shops or anything in this chapter. You have very limited resources. You do need to manage them. What you get in the chest is what you get.
Allow me.
So yeah, this is actually hard on Nightmare and hard difficulties if you're actually playing, especially a Nightmare. Like, this area is, well, kind of a nightmare, ironically.
Gotcha.
You have to be very, very careful.
You are finished.
You probably want to keep like a backup save at the beginning of the area in case you really screw up.
Right. Now.
Gotcha.
I mean, Risha and Lloyd are
You are
good.
finished.
Like, they're better than anyone else we've had in the party, but...
Nice knowing you've got my back, Risha.
Not a bad team, are we?
But still. I mean, you start with no Sepith or anything. I like how they gave them Arcus units, because they're like, oh shit, we need to have an excuse as to why they're not able to use the crossbow spells anymore. That is the excuse for why they keep changing the spells, by the way. Because they keep changing the orbment system that they're using, so it changes the arts that are available. Discord, you're running on 12 gigs. Yeah, I heard you upgraded your gigabytes. Yeah, I got a 16 in this computer. I might one day upgrade it to 32, but I don't see the point. I have the expansion slots for it. It's just kind of unnecessary. Probably should have been streamed from the GPU to begin with. Or the GPU didn't use for doing coding. It helps. Oh, nope, let's keep this up. For now. I love how they just literally took songs from the Zero soundtrack and just plopped them in here. These tracks are not on the Cold Steel 1 or Cold Steel 2 OST, by the way. That's the weird thing about the OSTs for this series. Oh, that's not good.
Allow me.
There's a lot of soundtracks that just aren't. A lot of music tracks that just aren't on the soundtrack because they're on other soundtracks and they only put them on one. And then there's other ones that are on the super arranged soundtrack, is especially weird.
Take this! Now!
This is my chance. There. Now.
Gotcha!
Allow me.
Oh yeah, Liz didn't get home till super late yesterday, so that's why she didn't stream. I don't know if she posted anything about it, but yeah. She probably will stream tomorrow.
I still...
Like usual. might even beat the game. I don't know. There's
Oh,
not much left.
found a
Listen
chest.
to. Stragas. Probably for girls? Yes. I mean, they basically just give unique equipment to Rishia and Lloyd. We're gonna find like one male boot, one female boot, you know, so on and so forth. Which is cool. Is that it? Nothing else around here? Oh, Lloyd doesn't hit twice anymore. You have to actually hit the X button twice to do the double hit now.
Allow me.
They changed his field attack. Stay with me, every Windows owner. Stuff start getting wonky. Windows update, yeah. I'm hesitant to upgrade to Windows 11 because I don't want it screwing something up with my streaming setup. But at a certain point, I'm obviously gonna have to. Because eventually, they're not gonna support Windows 10. So, I'm not worried about navigating Windows 11. It looks basically identical, like, who cares? But I'm concerned about it just screwing something up on OBS. I don't think it will, but...
What a nice treasure chest.
I was especially worried about it with Zero and Azure games, but now I'm less concerned because, well, we're done with those games. Unless we restream them when they come out again, but I don't know. I just don't. But.
The advantage is ours. Right.
Right.
I'm pretty sure the enemies don't actually count.
Gotcha.
I think you have to kill them with Rishia if you
Nice
want
knowing you've got my back,
to
Risha.
analyze them. She has Dragon Vision.
Not a bad team, are we?
I think she has Dragon Vision equipped, or no, it's Lloyd. Okay, Lloyd will automatically scan, but who cares? I'm pretty sure they're in a extra. Yep. Oh, well, actually, they're not in extra. They're in EX. Yeah, the EX things don't actually count. And I think actually they might. Well, it looks like we actually have gotten the scans technically, but nothing really to worry about. The only really thing that's important to
We're in a
get
good
here
place.
Allow
is
me.
the paper that I got at the very beginning.
Come.
Which is probably why they let you skip this on a repeat playthrough.
An opening.
But
Gotcha.
why would you ever want to skip playing as Rishia and
My
Lloyd?
turn.
I mean, I know some people really don't like this dungeon, but they probably never actually played Zero or Azure because
You're off
it's
balance.
super cool.
This is my chance.
Nice knowing you've got my back, Risha.
Not a bad team, are we?
You're not wrong.
Not too shabby.
Oh yeah, we can level up.
I won't lose.
Right. Come.
I missed one. Sucks.
Here goes.
Allow me.
Obviously, we'll never learn any abilities. These two.
Not a chance. Right.
Not that they need to.
Allow me.
Not again.
Let's keep moving.
All right.
Oh,
We're
at
in a
some
good
point,
place.
Prepare yourself.
Here
it's
goes.
really not worth it, but we'll do it anyway.
Finish now.
Yeah, I forgot his voice clip wasn't so hot in this one. Rising, He's like, Rising Sun!
Son!
He doesn't get into it like he does in Hazard
All right, we're safe
or
now.
Zero. Or later CS games. They redo that eventually. Much better. Gotta be a direction thing. Oh, we have a boss fight here. Super mosquitoes. Or superior
Commencing
mosquitoes.
subjugation.
Ow.
Here goes.
Right? Yep. Nice reference to Trails from Zero.
Take this.
Allow me.
Overdrive. Here goes.
Oh, you can't cook with these two. Sadly.
Take this. Now.
This is my chance, right? Shatter! An opening! Come with me, Lloyd!
Right.
Allow me. An opening!
Gotcha. Right.
So good.
Now.
This is my chance!
Nice knowing you've got my back, Risha.
Not a bad
Yeah, in
team,
3D
are we?
you can really tell just how effortlessly Rishia is swinging around that giant sword. She's really strong.
That takes care of them.
Even Laura is two-handing her sword, for God's sakes.
Hope I didn't end up
Not
dragging you down
Risha.
any.
Lloyd, you've gotten a hell of a lot stronger, dude.
There was never any chance of that. I can't think of anyone else who could go through the things you did and come out stronger than ever.
No kidding.
You should be more confident, Lloyd.
There's no way I could have gone through it all alone, though.
Indeed.
I still got a ways to go as a detective, too.
I mean, are you even still technically a detective?
And when you think about all the obstacles we've got waiting for us, I'm nowhere near strong enough to handle it all.
You'll be fine. Just gotta take down Osborn.
I wouldn't say that.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I've got no confidence in my own abilities.
How strong could he possibly be?
I just think it's important to be able to give an honest assessment of your own strengths and weaknesses.
You're not wrong.
When it comes to pure strength in combat, Randy and Noel clearly come out on top.
I mean, maybe Randy, dude. I don't know how.
With processing information, it's Tio, Yona, and Fran.
I mean, you're not wrong.
And in terms of negotiation tactics, I can't compare to Ellie or the Chief either.
Yeah, she's pretty good at reading people.
If we don't make good use of our respective strengths, we're not going to be able to get through what's ahead. We might not all be able to stay in the same place anymore, but we still need to be able to work together.
Oh, they've started keeping a watch on everyone then?
Yeah, I think Randy was the first one.
Yep. So Erabonia has been spying on all of them.
After that, Ellie and Noel started being watched.
Go to hell, Osborn.
If it weren't for Tio's help, Kia and I would probably be in trouble too.
Oh, sorry, Steve. Like spurned out of my hand. Alright.
Is Kia still with Arios and Shizuku?
Apparently it's pronounced Shizuku now. I preferred Shizuku, but whatever.
Yeah, Arios is looking after both of them.
Yeah, so Arios obviously not arrested. Or they probably actually just let him out of jail. I don't know. They got bigger fish to fry.
They should be okay for the time being. But if the Imperial Army sets their eye on them, things
I mean, it
could get
makes
nasty.
sense. Like, why would you arrest your most powerful fighter in the verge of, you know, being conquered? That would be stupid. Like, Arios is still the strongest person in Crossbow.
It's okay. The reason we're here is to try and avoid coming to that. We best get moving. We've still likely got a ways to go.
True. Let's go.
Besides, one of the big themes of the whole series has been redemption through actions, as opposed to just, you know, sitting in a jail cell. Even with Garcia, like, he went to jail on, he basically chose to go to jail to protect his men. Alright. Whatever, some people hate that. I don't care. To me, it makes logical sense that they wouldn't arrest Arios, given the situation. Did I get all this?
All right, we're in a good place.
Right. Come. An opening.
Gotcha.
Besides, I mean,
My turn.
the people that are just irredeemably evil and get captured, yeah, they stay in jail.
All right, we're
You know,
safe
like
now.
Duke Cayenne. We're never seeing him again. Good, frankly. It's a waste of time and effort. His time as the main villain was a low point in this series. There's a reason why they gave him so little screen time. He really is a joke, and he's portrayed as such. I think we have the red ones activated, right? Yeah. There's a reason why they had, you know,
We're in a good place.
Crow and
Right.
Vita carry him, because Crow and Vita are far more interesting as characters than Diane.
Right.
I know some people don't like Vita either, but I like
Yeah.
that.
Allow me.
Right. Now.
Part of it's her voice actor is just really, really
You're
good.
done.
It's Lindbeck. And it's cool to see Lindbeck play an antagonist.
Nice knowing
Good
you've
job,
got
I
my
think.
back, Risha.
Not a bad team, are we?
I mean, she's not one of my favorite villains in the arc, but she's, I think, a decent villain. But now we're moving in towards, you know, Osborn consolidating power. Which we've been building to for a long, long time. I think there's a chest down below that I'm missing. Could be wrong, though. I think I will be, but I might not be. Seems like that should lower somehow. Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely missing something. Whoops. There we go.
Oh,
Yeah, I
found a
figured as
chest.
much.
I won't lose.
Ooh, that's bad.
My turn.
Allow me. Hold not offering to departing souls. Sleep, embraced by silver light. Bind!
That seeing this in 3D is so cool.
Let's keep moving.
We'll eventually see more of Risha, but sadly she doesn't actually show up in CS3 or 4, sadly. So this is it for now. Her. I mean, she still plays roles, just not in the foreground. So we have the Zeus gem, which we should go to Lloyd for sure. Alright, we're gonna get Dragon Vision down here. We're gonna get Zeus gem. You're gonna get an attack 3 gem. Yeah, of course you are. An evade gem. It's kind of debatable. I don't have anything interesting there. Fortunately, that's super rare, right? And so is that. Yep. This, however, isn't, so that can go there. Oh, it's an evade too. Yeah, I want to give that to EP cut. Yeah, she's our mage, I guess. Or no, that's Lloyd. Oops, evade 2. Sleep 2. Man, the only thing I could move is the Yokai gem, which we don't have. It's super rare, sadly. I have to upgrade that slot, and I don't want to bother with that. Protection, yeah, I want protection. I think she's alright. Yeah, I think she's fine. Might buy a mine for her or something. The next save point. Mine 2? Yeah. Mine 3 probably costs too much. 600, I think. Mine 2 is probably like 200 or 300. Oop, no, I gotta hit these switches. Yeah, this is, obviously we never went to Sector E in, Zero or Azure, which makes sense. It's also useful if you remember this area for way later on in the arc. But I guess it makes sense that they didn't explore all of Geofront. They said that they just kept building and building and building. I mean, we know why. There's like a funnel system for, you know, Dieter's plan, right? Hidden behind, you know, incompetent bureaucracy. Which is super cool. The writing's always been pretty good. Even when I don't always agree with all the decisions they make writing-wise, the quality of it is almost always good. Quartz. That'd be 300. Yeah, let's do that. I could get an MP too. I think I will. For later. I'm not gonna equip it now, though. Eventually I'm gonna equip it over probably Dragon Vision. Because, eventually... when I get to the end, I'm gonna want that for, you know, the boss fight. I mean, as if you're not expecting a boss fight, right? Guess the FF7 update screwed the screwed your Brazilian translation patch. For your Portuguese. I never studied Portuguese. I did study some Spanish, but not the same.
I won't lose!
Prepare yourself.
Plus, it's different, like, dialects of Portuguese, right? Like, Portuguese in Portugal is different from Portuguese in Brazil. Don't really have much here.
Overdrive!
Now that's getting into it, Lloyd. Overdrive! Nice.
Come.
Just don't tell Haru Okuma that, because you'll probably die.
An opening.
Gotcha! Right.
Oh god. Time to shift into overdrive. Oh god, do not shift into overdrive.
Take this! They're off balance!
I love
This
straight.
is my chance. Right.
Crystal Medusa.
Ha! An opening.
Gotcha!
Ow!
Allow me. Ha! Prepare yourself.
Get an auto crit. Yeah.
Finish now! Rising sun! I'm still up for more.
Nice.
Ha! Can't complain.
I still have plenty of training ahead of me.
All right. So far, so good.
I suppose.
Risha?
Is something wrong?
I just have a bad feeling about something.
Oh.
I'm sorry. It's probably just my imagination.
I doubt it. You're an assassin.
So you say, but those bad feelings of yours usually pan out to be accurate. I've had my
I mean,
life
you
saved by them
were.
enough times to know that.
Now you're more of a dancer that still has your assassin outfit.
If it weren't for you, I'd have probably died on one of those landmines. Or been hit by that sniper.
Azure references. I know, she like grappling hooked you with a landmine. That's amazing. She blocked Gareth's sniper shot too.
I'd forgotten all about those. I have much less of an idea what the cause of this one could be, though. I only have a general, vague sense that something dangerous is drawing near.
Could it be that skilled warrior Sal mentioned earlier?
Probably.
It might be. If all we were dealing with was a skilled warrior, I'm sure I'd be able to take care of them. This, though, whatever it is, it feels far beyond my capabilities.
She's probably sensing Valimar, if I had to guess.
I'm probably not making much sense, am I?
Because, I mean, logically speaking, there's no way they could lose to Reen in an all-out fight.
No, it's okay. Even the warning alone is appreciated.
But they're not taking a Divine Knight.
Rishia knows how to keep her cool in a crisis better than anyone I know. If what we're up against has even her on edge, I need to work on kicking my instincts up a notch or two. At least so they're as good as guys.
Yeah, like a lot of this, if you haven't played Azure and Zero, you'd be like, who the hell is Guy? Lloyd's brother, obviously, but
Well, according to the
You're
data
supposed
Tia
to play
gave us,
the
we should be over halfway through by now.
console games first.
Let's just stay alert.
So thanks, Falcom,
If
for
we don't know what
screwing
we're up
everybody
against,
in the West
all
over.
we can do is try and be prepared for anything.
Agreed.
And no, this was not added in like a re-release version of this game. No, this was in the original Vita version. So that left most North American players like, what the hell is going on? When this is supposed to be a, it's a cool moment. not, you know. Is that below us? Oh, okay. Alright. There's a little vent there. Yeah, we have to go switch first. Looks like anyway. The map is so confusing here. In a way, that's kind of appropriate, given how Geofront is supposed to be confusing. I don't know. I like this dungeon a lot. But I like Risha and Lloyd, so... I mean, Risha is my second favorite female character in the Crossbow's arc, behind only Tio. And Lloyd's cool, too. Stay well behaved, kitty. Sorry, kitty. I really didn't mean to drop you earlier. I was trying to put her on the chair, and she like squirmed out of my hand. Kind of hit the side of the chair. I was trying to put her on the chair. She was walking on the table. Or my computer desk. I don't like her doing that when I'm recording. It makes the sound.
Oh, an elevator. Our destination must be down
But I
below.
don't want to lock her out either.
Yeah, let's try and unlock it.
Can. No, so we have to... The elevator. It doesn't... I don't think it matters which side we go to first. But we have to do them both, obviously. Let's do the south first. There we go.
All right, we're in a good place.
Prepare yourself.
You have... Yeah, see, these are all the items we've got, so... We have one battle scope, that's interesting.
Come!
Here goes. Take this.
I would have used Rising Sun, but
No!
there's no way I was going to have enough
This is my chance!
for it.
Prepare yourself. Now!
Gotcha. My turn. Yeah.
Right. Prepare your... Now!
Gotcha. Here goes.
Right. The battle's over, but we aren't safe yet.
List on these to play FF7R, the DLC, not the base game, the DLC. She already beat the base game. Yes, we might have like the longest epilogues because we've ever played. I mean, obviously post games have been longer, but post games something different, and usually it's drawn out by a bunch of massive amount of grinding, like, you know, the horrible post game that is FF10. I mean,
Nice
granted, it's not
treasure
really
chest.
post game, but I mean, it's harder than the final boss, so I consider it post game. You know, the monster arena and all that crap. It's just game designers really don't know how to properly pace, do they? That's kind of weird. Oh, we must have to hit that switch first. It led to a dead end.
I won't lose.
Prepare yourself. Come! There! An opening!
Gotcha. My turn.
I think Wood has like the worst design.
Take this.
Probably insert this guy
All
again
right.
here, huh?
We're safe now.
design a game where you replay the same leveling stage 1,000 times to level up one character in a party of 10. What a brilliant game design. Just brilliant. Beginning to wonder if they were drunk when they came up with the concept of this guy is like this game.
This is almost uncomfortably narrow.
Sorry, your breasts are a little large for these vents. Not to mention your butt is pretty large too. Then again, Lloyd probably has trouble fitting in them too. That's not good. We'll figure it out.
Alright, we're in a good place.
Right.
Right.
Prepare your...
Here goes. Alright, we're safe now.
Maybe anybody scans so long as I defeat them. With that equipped on somebody in the back of the party, huh? Not sure. I'm not really sure
The
how
advantage is
driving
ours.
works.
Allow me.
I don't usually rely on it.
Come.
Not
An
bad.
opening.
Gotcha.
You are finished.
Here goes.
I have actually
You're off balance.
beaten the post game.
This is my chance.
This guy is
Nice knowing you've got my back, Risha.
Not a bad team, are we?
and I think 3? The one where Mao is the main character. I
This will only take a moment.
have no idea why
My
I thought
turn.
that was a good use of my time. I was good.
Take this.
These days,
Prepare yourself.
oh hell no, I wouldn't waste that much
Come.
time. Says the guy that played 400 hours of Dynasty Warriors 9.
Let's keep moving.
Hey, I started skipping the cutscenes that were the same. And skipping most of the missions. I did eventually speed that up. It does get just ridiculous after a certain point. Okay. Did we come from that direction? Yes. Wonder how we get that chest. Oh, we definitely have to hit these first. Ah. That's how you hit that. Fight these superior mosquitoes. Makes sense for now.
Beware. I will overcome any obstacle. Prepare yourself. Huh! Now!
Gotcha. Right.
Yeah, I think this guy might be worth.
Right. Huh! Now!
Gotcha. My turn. Yeah.
Prepare yourself.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do red.
Finish now.
I know some people find feelings
Son!
hours and hours, hundreds of hours of grinding, but
Right.
yeah, I don't mind grinding for, an hour or two. Here and
Let's
there.
keep moving.
And asking me to spend. Oh, we got a Defense 3 ultimate. Okay. Interesting. I don't think I'm gonna use that. No, I'd rather have the
What a
evade.
nice treasure chest.
Heavenly Row. Probably for Risha. Yep, gives her some evasion. Oh wow, does Risha have natural evasion? She does, she has natural evasion. Maybe it's on her Master Quartz, but either way, she's got a decent amount. Is there a trick to Crusader on certain characters? Do you have Manipulate? Go to Nibelheim, and there's that, I think he's a flying enemy. He has an attack called Dive Kick. Put Fury on the character you want to
That's the
farm
first
limits.
lock done.
Have them, or have a different character with Manipulate. Use Manipulate on whatever that enemy's called. I don't know, he's a little... Forgot Manipulate. It's on Kate Sith by default. So you should have it. As long as you have Kate Sith. Unless you sold it. I don't know if you can get another one. But yeah, you manipulate that flying enemy and just have him use Dive Kick on the character. To get your limit. And you spam your limit. It kind of sucks with Eris though, because she has what is it? Breath of the Wind? Breath of the Wild? No, that doesn't sound right. Fury Breath? No. Earth's whatever it is that removes all status elements. It keeps removing Fury. It's annoying. You have to keep reestablishing it. Forgetting to obtain. Just forgot it existed. Okay. Yeah, it's default on Kate Sith. Yeah, use Manipulate. If you have the Hypno Crown, you can equip that accessory on whoever has the Breath of the Land, yeah, whatever it is. If you have that, you can equip that on the person with Manipulate, and it'll make it more likely, but Manipulate has a high success rate anyway.
Oh,
If you don't have the
found a
Hypno
chest.
Crown. I usually let Cloud manipulate because he's the highest level, and I think it's based on level. At least that's what it is in FF5 default command. Oh shit, I forgot to
Commencing
kill,
subjugation. Prepare yourself.
Bricia.
Arcus, activate.
Ow.
Thanks. Right.
There
Now.
This is my chance. Allow me.
Not a chance.
Right. Moonlight butterflies.
My turn.
Or delay. Nope.
Behold my dance, an illusory offering to departing souls.
You can still have Lloyd AP delay, even though he doesn't have an AP
Embraced by
delay.
silver light.
That's why I give him like an speed. And I just stack as much AP delay as I can. Makes the boss easier. Yeah. Boss is not a trick.
Prepare your The battle's over, but we aren't safe yet.
Not wrong. EP2 and evade 2. Sadly, you can't just attack yourself with your normal characters to fill your limit gauge, but you can manipulate an enemy to do it for you. You can use any enemy, it's just the one that dude that has dive kick. It's some dive kicking animation, I don't know. It deals like 1/8 of your max HP, no matter what your stats are. What did I just get from that? A serum capsule? Okay. That seems... I guess that's right. Only the 4 chests, yeah. Okay, we're good. That was the elevator switch, so we're done here. Unfortunately, I can't seem to leave. think all I have to do is hit switch over here. Yep. Sweet. Still locked. Gotta hit both of them. Now we go north.
Bring it on!
Prepare yourself. Ha!
Ah. That's unfortunate.
There!
My turn!
Prepare yourself.
Granted, I don't think I'm gonna buy any more orbits. I think I got the orbits I wanted.
Not a chance!
Oh, sorry.
My turn!
Right.
There we go. Got a nice AP delay. That's vital too.
Here goes! I'm still up for more.
There is also
Be wary of that monster.
like an
This one's tough.
additional
Be careful!
Allow me.
part of the ending, I guess, on New Game Plus. If you do a certain mission.
Not a chance! My turn!
You know,
Finish now!
I guess you can try to do it. I think it just adds an extra scene.
Rising sun!
I don't think it actually
This is
changes the
nothing.
ending, it just kind of adds a scene. Unfortunately, I really can't afford to use items, so
This is nothing.
I'll use Fatal Sense Stealth.
This is nothing.
Yeah, that's what I thought was gonna happen.
My turn! Take this!
Right. Shadow! An opening! Come with me, boy!
Right! I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Allow me.
Thanks!
Careless.
My turn!
Ain't not wrong.
All right, we're safe now.
Find safe, Lloyd. Do you have a revive? No. Give me a second here. There we go. And now we go ahead and we'll leave this off. There's chips over here. You have to learn all the limit breaks to like teach them to level 4, right? In FF7. Even if you have the manual. Whatever the little scroll is for the level 4. What was that anyway? Okay. Yeah, I probably have to go in here. One more chest. Yeah. It just gives you some weird message otherwise, I think.
This is almost uncomfortably narrow.
It's been a long time since I've learned all the limit breaks in FF7. The original FF7. Watch out, Risha.
advantage is ours. Right. Huh.
Here goes! Ha!
Right. Huh.
Here goes! Ha!
Prepare yourself. Huh. Allow an opening.
Gotcha! My
Probably
turn!
wanna
Yeah, they're off
start throwing
balance!
up.
This is my chance.
We're done! Nice knowing you've got my back, Risha.
Not a bad team, are we?
I think we're right towards the end. We might get one more level though.
All right, we're in a good place.
Allow me. Huh.
My turn.
You'll be alright.
Take this! They're off balance!
This is my chance.
We're done!
Right. Huh. Now.
Gotcha!
Allow an opening.
Gotcha! Right.
Right. Huh. Let's keep moving.
Not too shabby.
Sweet. There's the last chest.
The advantage is ours. Right.
Here goes!
Some fun, I think.
Right.
Yard guys.
Allow me.
Right.
Yes, the yard guy has revived himself from the dead.
Prepare your.
My turn. Now!
This is my chance.
We're done! Nice knowing you've got my back, Risha.
So,
Not a bad
if I need
team, are
to,
we?
I'll use the mic.
I still have plenty of training ahead of me. What a nice treasure chest.
There he goes for Lloyd. Yep. Not much to him, but I'll take him. I think that's basically the best stuff that we can get, right? Yeah. Yeah, we're good. Oh, did I get another? Right. Okay, so the only other accessory that we have is this emergency puppet. There's no reason not to use it. Give it to Risha. I don't think we get anything else. We've got very limited options. But that's okay.
That's 2 locks done. Let's head back to the elevator.
Alright. So we're done with detection at this point. So we'll give you Dragon Vision. And we'll give you an Impede too. I don't think I have any more than one battle scope, right? No, sadly I only have the one.
Be wary of that monster.
Where's the extra page here? You leveled up, right? You're almost level 134? Yeah, it's about as high as you're gonna get reasonably. You might be able to push it to 135 if you do a little bit of level grinding, but you shouldn't need to. Time for the boss. Let's see. I might want to give Lloyd an action too. Too bad I can't give him drop Genbu for the action 2. Probably drop the evade. Not that much evasion. That's my only real option. I would have gotten an action 3 if I could have afforded it, but I cannot. Use evade 2, I guess. Here. Can I get you a feint increase? I don't think so, right? Maybe, actually. Freeze might also be good. Let's see. Nah, there's no way to input the feint percentage. I'll get a freeze. First, what do I want to drop? Probably Hellfire? Probably, yeah. Freeze could work. The boss is susceptible to it. Take a look at my formation and see what we got here. Yeah, we're fine. Into the computer room we go.
Lloyd, I think we're here.
Yeah, we are indeed here.
Yeah. We finally reached the end.
Alright, see what we got.
Oh my. This facility would be the center of Crossbell's orbital network, yes?
Yeah, you're not wrong.
In a way, the overall structure is far too complex for this to unambiguously be its center, but it's a good chunk. Either way, if the Imperial Army took it over, they'd have instant access to all info related to us on the net. Every Crossbell citizen's personal data,
Jesus.
records on our financial transactions, even the layout of the whole geofront.
That would be a problem because obviously they're resistance, so they need to use Geofront as a base of operations.
If we want to have any hope of a future, we can't allow that to happen.
I agree. Why not just destroy the facility itself, though?
We could, I guess. But from what I can gather, it could still prove useful to us once the net's safely back in our hands. So the plan is to leave the hardware itself intact, but wipe any and all personal data the Army could take advantage of.
It's still a fan transition, or is Geofront canon? Geofront is canon, yes. This is... Geofront got the name from the actual canon name of the facility from CS2. Once CS4 came out, they actually changed a lot of Azure
comes in, right?
to match up with the new terminology.
Right.
Geo.
Roberts and Yona were the ones who actually designed it, though. They wrote the program for it from scratch, too.
Cool.
And that makes things easy on our end. Once we boot up the computer, it'll create a backup of everything we need before wiping it clean.
Let's get to it.
Initialization unit activated. Confirming connection to Terminal 0. The unit will commence backing up all data Initializing the system, followed by performing a reboot operation. Are you certain you wish to continue? If so, please press the red button at the center of the unit to proceed.
Press the button.
Right.
Dude, that was
Commencing
like...
all required processes.
Dude, you like punched the button, dude. Could have just tapped it. It's fine. Alright, this seemed easy enough. Hopefully it'll not take that long.
Nicely done, Lloyd.
It's not like I did anything special. It's funny. Ordinarily, this kind of work would take hours. This unit will let us get in and out in 10 minutes flat.
Nice.
Those two never cease to amaze, do they?
Yeah.
Roberts and Yona? They certainly are impressive. In the meantime, let's secure the area.
Roberts is, Chief Roberts. Tio's boss.
Stop where you are.
Obviously, Yona's your friend. Don't do this, dude. Really, Rain?
I didn't sense anyone coming.
Yeah, he can hide his power like that. Really? Black-haired boy?
Targets confirmed.
The black-clad girl still going with us?
I presume these must be Lloyd Bannings and Rishia Mao, respectively.
How do they know our names? Hold on. Isn't that Itachi?
Yep.
Like the one Arios uses.
I'm nowhere near as proficient with one as he is, though.
Oh, you're not wrong, Rain.
But we should be able to handle the two of you at least.
Keep telling yourself that.
Clown Soleus.
The hell?
A black puppet?
Sorry, but we've got our orders. We can't let you finish what you came here for.
I'm afraid we can't let you stop us either.
We won't let you past.
Confirming activation of combat link.
It looks like more Arcus units ended up leaking out than I thought. We should form one too, then.
Understood. Activating Arcus.
There shouldn't be any need to neutralize them. Our goal is to buy enough time for the initialization process to finish running. Let's do this, Rishia!
Right.
And we can't afford to give them that time, Altina.
Understood. Commencing assault.
Well,
I
boss
require
time.
your support, Rain.
Right. Let's get this over with.
Against
Allow me.
the main character of the arc. Oh, that's amazing. I might as well throw a battle scope.
Activate.
Air of sadness, you're not wrong.
Here goes!
Go ahead and suck them away.
Take this! They're off balance!
This is my chance!
Yep.
Right. Shatter!
Trick to this fight is faint.
Right.
And AP delay.
Now! Come on, Misha!
They're not pushovers.
Allow
Altina's
me.
more annoying than anything, but Reen is an actual genuine threat here.
Shatter!
I don't care if Altina gets that heal.
Rihanna. At fire.
My turn! Now!
This is my chance!
Allow me.
Shatter!
Arcus, activate!
Oh, you're actually gonna use the spell? That was actually really smart on his part.
Prepare yourself.
That was like really smart, actually. Let's stick with Thalos.
My turn.
They do have their S-Scraps. It's bad. We should use Burning Heart. It is gonna let Alpina heal, but I think
Right.
Take this! Alpina, of course.
Activate.
Thanks.
Didn't want to have to do that, but
Finish now.
I didn't want to ring You have to win this fight, by the way. It is game over if you lose to Ring. I mean, it makes total sense that we're playing as, well,
Moonlight butterflies.
Rin and Risha. I mean, not Lloyd and Risha. I mean, who's the main character? I mean, who's the good guys here? Pretty obvious.
Here goes. Take this. Now. Come on, Misha.
Understood.
Not gonna go on with a show of their S-Graphs. I mean, who can see them?
Forming barrier.
Don't care about that at all.
Right. Shatter.
Get a reflect, but who cares?
Now.
Gotcha. Here goes.
Come on, Phantom. Or AT delay, that works
Allow
too.
me. Shatter.
Might try to get an impassion going on,
An opening.
Gotcha.
although,
My turn.
nah, why not?
Arcus, activate.
Oh, right,
Allow
Burning
me.
Heart does that, I forgot. But it doesn't matter, because we have a
Overdrive.
and that can solve that problem for us.
Shatter. An opening.
Gotcha. Right.
Oh yeah, it actually scanned her somehow. This is a cool boss fight.
My turn. Now.
This is my chance.
I mean, they do portray Rin as just objectively wrong here. And he is objectively wrong. It's understandable why he's making that decision.
An opening.
The alternative is obviously worse,
All right.
but evil is still evil. Even if it's the lesser of two evils.
My turn.
We'll probably finish them.
Prepare yourself.
Overdrive.
Indeed. And then
Behold my dance. An illusory art of
could have not
departing souls.
helped Osborne, and then more people would die.
Sleep. Embraced by
Basically
silver
just
light.
acted what Osborne expected him to do. Just advantage of his personality.
My turn.
Did that get you?
Now!
This is my chance!
Altina's notes
Right.
running around. Oh, well, Reen's still alive.
Shatter! Now!
Gotcha! Here goes!
Shit. I don't think she can revive him.
Forming barrier.
Maybe they can do this here.
Right!
I don't remember.
Ha!
Welcome to the chat, Mavis.
Here goes!
Or is it Mavis or
Right!
Mavis or?
Ha!
Welcome.
Right!
Don't do that. No, do a normal attack. Get that.
An opening!
Gotcha!
Now it would actually annoy me.
Right.
Nope, don't do that. 'Cause I want Rishi to get it.
You're off balance!
This is my chance! Prepare yourself. Moonlight butterflies.
Activating extermination mode.
Okay, good call on stealth.
Transform.
Shouldn't kill me though.
Extermination. Commence.
Theoretically. It'll probably hurt like hell. 10,000. Oh, Jesus.
I won't
Okay,
lose.
it's a lot stronger than I expected it to be. A little much. I could S-craft her, but
Allow me.
probably no reason to.
Ha! An opening! Come with me, Lloyd!
Mad Nightmare, no. Nah, it's just normal.
Prepare yourself.
Mission failed. But how?
It's New Game Plus, but I didn't transfer anything over.
The battle's over, but we aren't safe yet.
The only thing I transferred over was unlimited body points. Nightmare's pretty brutal.
I'm surprised. I knew full well Risha would pose a threat, but I wasn't expecting half as much from a simple detective.
Then you're a moron, Rain.
You could say it runs in the family.
Like, Lloyd is probably a hell of a lot stronger than you right by now.
I'm just as impressed by how proficient you are with that blade, given your age.
I've still got a long way to go, honestly. I won't be worthy of being called a divine blade anytime soon.
You're not wrong, dude.
Reen, time is running short. I think it's time you stopped holding back.
Suppose you're
What,
right.
you gonna go Super Saiyan?
Be careful!
Even if he does, I still don't see him beating
What's he doing?
Risha and Lloyd.
Such negative energy.
Oh, interesting. That's an interesting comment. So it's negative energy. I didn't close my door, but the wind did, I guess. I'm gonna have to open that for the cat. Yeah, it finishes, of course. They tease us on it.
Initialization process completed.
I still think Lloyd Reen loses even transforming.
Rebooting all systems in an initialized state.
He could probably take Lloyd alone, but Risha, man, Risha is like she's arguably the strongest party member plot-wise in the previous arc. Like, no way.
We did it!
What a relief.
Wazi's the only one that you could argue is stronger than her, and I don't think he is.
What should we do?
Leave?
Captain Lecter gave us 2 orders. One was to prevent the initialization. The other was only to be completed in the event we couldn't. We'll just do that one.
You could just, leave.
Captain
No.
Lecter!
It couldn't be the same Lecter from the Imperial Army's intelligence division, right?
I'd say, of course it is, but no, we've seen this series actually have people with the same names. There's 2 Tios in the
Heed my
series.
call.
And 2 Lloyds.
Valimar, the Ashen Knight.
Okay, that's just cheating bullshit. We don't have a giant mech. Quick, Lloyd.
Holy.
Poke it with your tonfas. That'll solve the problem.
Ion. No, it isn't.
Also, that's a nifty new technique. You can teleport your robot now. He needs to take care of them, yeah. I'm imagining this is what Risha was sensing, not Rain. I'm pretty sure it was Valimar, because it wouldn't make any sense.
Lloyd!
We can at least get the data out of here.
Yeah, he just destroyed it, which is a real dick move.
We'll split our losses this time.
Dude, you lost your aim.
Arrest warrants haven't been issued for either of you yet. So go.
Damn it.
But obviously they're not taking on a Divine Knight.
Just tell me one thing, as I'm sure you already know. My name is Lloyd Bannings, and I'm a police detective with the Crossbell State Police Department. What's your name?
I like that he still calls it the Crossbell State Police Department. Because they don't recognize...
I'm with Thor's Military Academy, Class 6.
Yeah, they don't recognize
I'm a
the
provisional
illegal
military
occupation.
officer with the Crossbell government, Rean Schwarzer.
Interesting answer. Losing his place with Class 7, I suppose. Makes sense. The guy's just a puppet this time, whereas Lloyd and Risha actually have something to fight for. Rean doesn't.
Yes, this is Schwarzer speaking.
Hey, good job on the mission.
Yeah, Lecter, what do you want?
Nothing good about it, I'm afraid. I couldn't prevent them from erasing all the data.
It's not the end of the world.
It kinda is.
They've still got plenty of other options. They're not the type to give up easily, but it'll set them back in the meantime.
Not really. They literally got all the data out of here. They practically won.
Is that so, Captain? You must know them fairly well.
I guess you could say that. They're no pushovers. They've had the odds stacked against them in more ways than I can count. They've come out the other side every time.
Yeah. They took down a giant tree. Ereboni ain't shit.
I'm so sorry I couldn't do anything. I had a feeling something was going to happen. But I was powerless when it
They
really
just didn't
did.
get exactly what they wanted, but they still got most of what they
Don't
wanted.
feel bad. There was no way we could have seen that coming. Especially that night. It was kind of like an ion, but at the same time
Much
it
stronger
wasn't.
than ions, I'd imagine.
Or like the Archaisms, for that matter. He called it the Ashen Knight, didn't he?
He did. Its power was out of this world. Do you think that was one of the Imperial Army's new weapons, too?
Kind of, but not
I
really.
don't think so. I mean, yeah, it shares some similarities with their soldats. I don't know. Feels like there's more to it than that. And its pilot was anything but normal. Let's put it out of our minds for now. We stopped that data from falling into the Army's hands. Wasn't our smoothest operation. I'd still call it a success.
Yeah, I mean, they still... They can still use Geofront to hide.
I'm sure Tio,
resistance.
Yona, and Roberts can make do even without those terminals. We can always count on
They still have
Ellie,
the data
Randy,
anyway.
Noel, the Chief, and Dudley too. Even Kia, Arios, Wazi, and Zeit will help us. There are still many barriers left between us and our goals. But we can get over
Barriers.
them. So long as we're together.
Right.
Sadly, that's like the last time we're gonna see Risha for
You're
a
heading back
long,
then?
long time.
That's the plan. I've played my part. I'll return with Valimar and the train this afternoon.
Well, if that's what you want to do. I was just wondering if you wanted to go back on the Eisengraph together instead. You two haven't spoken since, right?
What, your dear old daddy?
Excuse me.
This is where we
Just
part ways then.
hung up on him. It's like, yeah, I'll get right on talking to the worst dictator in Cimmeria. Get right on that.
I look forward to any collaborative efforts we may have in the future.
Reed may be working for the guy out of basically having no other option. That doesn't mean he likes
Yeah.
him.
Oh, right. Do you have anything you want me to pass on to Milliam?
She's kind of your sister.
Not especially. We may technically be sisters, but I am simply a tool. I feel no particular familial bond with her.
Tina, I don't like that.
I imagine that deep down, she feels the same way.
No. No, she does not.
Yeah, but no. Forget it.
Stop.
Take care,
Head
okay?
patting.
I don't doubt you're going to be sent on plenty of dangerous missions in the days to come.
Understood?
She's confused. Can't
Is
process.
something wrong?
Not really.
That is the biggest bullshit you have said all game, Rain. You are literally on the verge of having a mental
Just
breakdown.
kind of jealous of them, I guess.
There is many things wrong with you. Your dad is like, you know, horribly evil. Sure. We'll save there in case for some reason I want to mess around with Risha and Lloyd. That's the end of that chapter. Now we're actually going into the epilogue. There's still several hours left. It's kind of amazing how long the ending sequence actually is. It really does remind me of Lunar 2. You beat the final boss and the game just keeps going. I mean, it's good though. It's not a bad thing. I like well done epilogue sequences. Crusader, military train. Funny that they name it because I don't think we ever see it again. Symbolic little petal fallen. Nice touch. I don't know if we'll beat the game today. Probably not. Monday or Tuesday, probably. We'll start up close to 3.
Sorry about that, Valimar. Can't imagine it was a very pleasant trip for you, all bound up like that.
It did not present a problem. I will now enter an inactive state and allow the mechanics to perform maintenance.
Thanks. Well then, I'll leave him with you.
Sure thing. We'll take good care of him.
By the way, it's a real honor to be entrusted with the famous Ashen Knight.
Okay. Yeah, it's awkward because he's like a fake war hero.
You must be exhausted.
Osborn set up to be for propaganda, so everyone's like worshiping the ground he walks on, and he actually really doesn't deserve it, and he knows it. I mean, it's
Not
combined
really.
with his self-worth
I barely
issues.
did anything. Everything went off without a hitch, mostly thanks to Valimar's power.
Dude, you failed to stop them from getting the data. Hi, Claire.
Not to mention the planning of your people.
How's it going? Did you enjoy lying to Rain? Yeah, go to hell, Claire.
You're annoyed, I take it.
Oh, he's not annoyed. He's pissed off.
By the way we do things.
And he should be.
Not really.
You're lying, dude.
Regardless of the means, the war coming to a swift end was a good thing for everyone. As for what happened to Crossbell, I'm not in any position to talk.
Yeah, you annexed it. You know that's a horrible thing you just did, Rain,
No,
right?
those aren't what bother me.
Well, they should.
I can buy that you had no idea Rufus was an Ironblood. But did you really not know about my real father?
You had access to the files.
I didn't have any hard evidence, but I did suspect that might be the case.
Which means she lied to him.
You just seemed somehow similar. The air about you, your facial features. I was always puzzled by how fascinated he was by your class as well.
I see. Excuse me then.
Right.
You can leave the Reen harem now, Claire. It's not happening.
That wasn't the only reason I worried about you, you know.
No, you're not
that
going
I
in the
could
harem.
Possibly tell him that.
You're also 24. Look. I have a high tolerance for age gaps. But you're like 24. And he's like 16. That's pushing it even for
I'm
me.
behaving like such a child.
Nah, you're actually even perfectly reasonable, frankly. Seriously, I think she is actually 24. So that's like awkward that they decided to make her
It's
a
hard to
romantic
believe it's been a
interest.
whole month since I was here last. Guess it didn't snow after all.
It's less awkward later, I guess, because, you know, time will pass, but it's weird. Law form, I guess he theoretically could. Oh yeah, I remember who you bond with, Fee.
It's not like the excitement of that day has faded away or anything. So why? Why do I feel so cold? Huh?
Why? Because your life has gone to literal hell, dude.
Lino flowers.
Trails of Cold Steel, the Reen torture simulator.
Welcome back, Reen.
It's such a lighthearted game that it tortures Reen repeatedly. Yeah. People have strange definitions of lighthearted, frankly.
Welcome back. What are you doing standing there?
Where's Milliam?
It's not like you to wallow in nostalgia. Did the flowers get to you?
You all came to see me.
Yeah, they're your friends.
They started budding just yesterday. Should be in full bloom in about a week.
Oh, there's Milliam.
Guess some of them couldn't wait.
I guess not. It's good to be back, you guys.
Agreed. We're all so happy to see you again.
You must be wiped out after all you did, though.
I'm fine, actually. It really wasn't that tough.
You fought the greatest assassin in all of Eastern Calvard. Or all of the Eastern Cimmerian continent in Calvard. Seriously.
Still, did all of you really come out here just to welcome me back?
Not that tough, my ass, dude.
Why wouldn't we?
It's not like we second years have any lessons to worry about this time of year.
Besides, I already had to come out here because of Valimar, so I figured I might as well say hi to you too.
Technically, the first years are supposed to be in class right now, but I turned it into a self-study period instead.
Because you're cool?
And that was only possible because everyone's favorite captain told us exactly when you'd be arriving.
Really now?
Yeah, Claire.
It's nice to see you here too, Celine.
Well, don't think I went out of my way to be here or anything.
Why are cats soon to race?
But given the way that you were acting when you left, I was a little worried about you.
You were?
I mean, I wasn't. Not at all.
Still, thanks everyone.
So what now? Going back to your dorm for some well-earned rest?
We can carry your stuff for you if you want.
No, I'm fine. You said that class is in session right now, right? I'm a student, so I might as well attend.
I mean, you're technically a student.
I mean, I have been absent for a month now.
Awkward exposition.
Wow, you're no fun at all. I was hoping we could skip the whole class thing and get to the welcome back party.
Sarah, how did you get this job?
I like that idea. Come on, it's party time!
Billiam.
Am I the only one who cares about studying at this school?
Well, Emma's here, but other than that, yeah.
Well, maybe we can hold the party tonight instead.
In that case, we should probably head back to the academy.
Okay, yeah, whoever you bonded with, you'll get an additional scene with.
Reen,
Here.
nice work.
Thanks. It's good to be back.
That's basically it. No matter who you pick, you get that same scene. The dialogue is just slightly different. Winter's End. Even though this is an epilogue, it's still
I'll never
long.
forget those days. The final weeks we spent together as a class are like dazzling jewels forever etched into
This
my
might be
memories.
confusing to you. Final weeks as a class, even though they're supposed to be first years.
I cherished every last moment. I never wanted it to come to an end. But time stops for no one. The minutes and hours kept passing.
If you think about
and
it
our days
logically, you
together
can
were slowly coming
piece
to a
it together.
close. After what happened, Valflame Palace soon returned to its original form. It was almost as if everything that took place there was some sort of dream.
If only.
People's memories of that day started becoming vague. Many were convinced it was some kind of collective hallucination.
I'm assuming that's because of the witches.
That may have been in part a result of the chaotic days that followed, brought about by the Chancellor and
That's
Rufus.
probably whatever the Hexen clan does to like mess with memories.
After the war, the entire country feared that Calvard would invade Crossbell and try to take it for its own.
I guess we're gonna surrender to you. I wasn't on your side the whole time or anything. Don't worry about it, guys.
Using that to his
Screw you,
advantage,
Rufus.
Rufus quickly convinced the nobility to support him, pledged to cooperate with the Chancellor. And in January 1205, the combined forces of both Imperial and Provincial armies invaded Crossbell. Crossbell no longer possessed the weapon of mass destruction that had annihilated Gorelia Fortress. Thanks to that, the city was occupied in a mere day, with no bloodshed. Calvard was quick to react, sending countless airships to try and drive the Imperial forces out. However,
So wrong.
between Rufus's leadership and the combined might of the tanks and soldats under his command, they were quickly repelled. As for me, Chancellor Osborne's
know they
words
did.
became the reality.
They just tell you
Valimar
what
and I
happens
were heralded
eventually.
as
It's
those
funny.
responsible for Heimdall's liberation. And as the purported hero to the nation, I'd
It's not the
received
last time they do
and
that, too.
accepted a request in February to back up our forces in Crossbell.
But I will say that the how is a lot different than you might be thinking.
It was there that I found myself suddenly leading numerous soldats and fighting off the Republican army. Before
I know, I
knew
was
it,
there, Reem.
everyone around me was referring to me as the Ashen Chevalier.
It's kind of weird. He's like recapping shit we already just saw. But I guess you can skip the epilogue on a New Game Plus.
Time
I mean,
kept
the
flowing,
different
and mid-March came.
Or New Game Plus, but I mean, why the hell would you?
The month in which Class 7 would finally say
Maybe on a
their
speed
goodbyes.
run. On New Game Plus.
And that brings our history review right up to the dawn of the modern era.
Thomas, is that you? You want to explain the whole like voice change thing? No?
Next week, we'll be covering the 50-year period from the Orbital Revolution up to the present day. We're blowing through this material a lot more quickly than I would otherwise, so try to keep up with your reading.
Makes sense. They missed several months because of the war.
Oh, and Emma and Machias, if you see anyone struggling, try to help them out, okay?
I fully intend to.
Leave it to us. I've got plenty of good reference books on the subject.
That would be very helpful, actually.
Sounds like a pain. Oh well.
I do happen to have a few gaps in my knowledge of the Revolution.
I should be able to help out with the technological side of things if you guys
Kind of makes
need
sense,
it.
guys, given his background and Nord.
I'm guessing we're gonna run into that Schmidt guy's name a lot too.
Unfortunately, Milliam.
Well, he was one of the 3 leading disciples of Professor Epstein, so yeah.
We still haven't met the third one, actually. I don't think we do in this arc. Probably Calvert
It'll feel
arc.
strange seeing his name in textbooks, knowing how he is in real life.
Yeah, I know, the dude's a dick. He's a male tsundere.
Yeah, it's kind of amazing to think we were able to meet him, though.
Yeah, we made a Sumerian Oritachi, and then shit went to hell anyway.
All right, like I said, I'll be giving a quiz next week on everything we've covered up to now, which means it'll cover quadratic functions, factorizations, sets, logic, and probability.
That's a lot of stuff, dude.
Oh, and if I'm feeling really mean...
Are you asleep, Fee?
There might be a little calculus in there. So...
could you not use calculus? Reading fit the hero message of Wilder's gives space to the hero to for himself? Yeah. Himself.
That's a lot.
I mean, he was a villain in the previous chapter.
I'm getting depressed just thinking about it.
Sounds more like he's reciting some kind of curse.
I mean, it's understandable, but...
It is all material we've covered in class before, you know.
It'll be worth going over the most basic formulas at the very least.
Rina's a very good character. Largely because they torture him so much.
That sums up this lecture on the structure of the stock market in Erebonia.
We're gonna learn about the goddamn stock market in Erebonia?
Next week, we will hurry on and study unemployment and inflation problems.
Okay.
You're also going to be taking part in a debate on those issues. So make sure each of you are well prepared.
It is kind of weird how... I mean, we're back in our uniforms now, which makes sense, but... I don't think Gaius and Elliot really have any sort of differences on their uniforms. It's very weird.
What kind of debate?
A
debate. It's when people are divided into groups for and against something, then they argue their viewpoints.
What's a debate? Makes sense, I guess, that Fee wouldn't know what that is. Oh, here's, Mary.
After much consideration, I've decided we will use our remaining time to listen to and enjoy music from all manner of genres. From famous classics to popular modern music, I've gathered records of all kinds for you to enjoy. I even managed to borrow music from a hot new genre like heaving metal, I believe it's called. Oh, I wonder what that sounds like.
Heavy metal? Oh my god, Mary. Mary, why are you a teacher here?
Nice work, guys.
Aren't you only like 20-something, Mary? Jesus.
You poor kids must be exhausted. Feels like all your other instructors are dead set on cramming your brains with as much material as humanly possible.
Not
I
wrong.
want to crawl into a hole and die.
If you if you bonded with Final Bonded scene with Sarah, I think you get extra dialogue here.
You said it.
Still, this is exactly how we wanted it.
Right. They're doing
guess
it for
it's
our sake,
technically
so
romancing her,
I don't
but-
mind it so much.
Not exactly.
There's no way we could cover everything in class, so it's sweet of them to give us the bullet points while they still can. It's paying off for us in the long run, yeah, so we owe them a lot.
Forcing you to try and keep up with us is a little unfair of us, though.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do all of this again next year.
Are you sure you're fine with this arrangement?
Of course. This is to my benefit, too. If I get all of this crammed into my head now, maybe I can even come out on top on next year's midterms.
So they're all acting like they're
Well,
graduating,
That's some confidence.
which doesn't make any sense
I wouldn't be surprised if you actually did it, though.
until you actually stop and think about it.
He did come in 7th in the midterms this year, remember?
I'm probably just being too optimistic.
But they don't exposition it very well.
Nah, I wouldn't say that.
Guess we'll know for sure next year.
Anyway, tomorrow's the day you've all been waiting for. Your next free day.
Yeah, we basically do a CS1 reference.
I know you've got enough schoolwork to choke a horse, but try to carve out a little time for your clubs and all that youthful jazz. The forecast for tomorrow is clear blue skies. Might be the perfect chance to sneak off and get into some ooh la la with that special someone.
Sarah, they're all like 16. Why are you talking about having them do things to a date? The fuck is wrong with you?
And truly, you teach us all by living your life as a shining counterexample.
Oh god.
Spoken like a true lifetime member of the Lonely Hearts Club,
Yeah, this
instructor.
is the extra dialogue if you bonded with her. It'd be like right here.
Hey! I'll have you know that there are plenty of guys who would do anything for a private lesson with yours truly.
But if that many men are interested in you, how can you spend so much time drinking alone in your room?
Why are we discussing this?
I think the polite thing to do here is just smile and nod.
Yeah, I think if you did romance her, like, Reen would have a weird reaction and then everybody comments on it.
If you keep setting your sights on guys like Laura's dad, you might as well just buy a couple cats and get it over with.
What the hell?
It does seem like she's fighting an uphill battle to find a good match.
Just you wait, guys. In 2 weeks, when you see the hordes of chiseled, elegant gents draped over me, we'll see who has the last laugh.
How are you having trouble finding a boyfriend? You're like one of the most gorgeous girls in the goddamn series. Reen. Yeah. I forget exactly, but I know Reen has like extra
Time
dialogue
really
there,
does
and
fly.
Sarah like looks
it's
at
hard
him,
to believe our last free day is tomorrow.
and everybody's like, "Wait, why are you looking at each other?" That's kind of weird. Something like that.
Yeah, it felt like we still had more time.
For me, it feels like it's been ages since I last had one.
Oh yeah.
I suppose it would. Were you able to rest up at all while you were away?
Oh hell no.
Not really. It was basically work, work, work the whole time. I did get taken into Crossbell City during what time off I did have, but I can't say I felt very comfortable there.
You shouldn't. You conquered them illegally.
I'm sure.
Indeed. That must have been more painful than anything.
To the people of Crossbell, we Erebonians are aggressors.
Ah,
I can hardly imagine they would welcome us with open arms.
Useless, dude. It's not just to the people of Crossbell. It's a fact. You are aggressors.
That doesn't sound like it'd stop Lecter from living it up over there, though.
Like you tortured that country for 70 years, and when they finally poked you once, your country flipped the fuck out over it.
He did take me to a casino once, actually.
Illegally, because, you know... No, that's not surprising from Lecter. Considering Erebonia actually took, or Crossbell actually took responsibility for Dieter's actions and arrested him.
He won so much,
You invaded
well have
anyway.
been cheating.
Shocking.
It always feels like people who like gambling really like it, huh?
Which your country has never done. Remember Hamel, Eustace? Oh wait, no, you guys don't know about that, do you? Yeah, your country doesn't like to take responsibility for
Does
the
anyone
horrible
have
things they
anything
do.
planned for our free day?
I'll to reverse the word. Aggressively friendly acquisition.
Remember, it's the very last one, so make it count.
I think
We
he
wouldn't want
actually
to
does
end
say
anything
some
regrets.
something stupid like that at some point. He's like, I prefer the term annexation or something.
True enough. Although, I wonder if I'd end the day regretting that it has to end in the first place if we made it too much fun.
I've got so much that I want to do, I'm not sure where to start. I know I want to attend practice, at least.
But obviously it's not their fault that their government is shit, but it
Oh,
does suck.
same. I've got to go taste test some new dishes for the cooking club, plus Kirsch's has a new menu up, and...
How many stomachs do you have?
Will you be helping the student council tomorrow, Reen?
Oh yeah, we still have this dumb camera spinning in
That's the
place
plan.
thing.
It sounds like Toa will finish handing all her work over to the others today.
I don't know if
but
they
they're bound to be
hired like a
busy.
new cutscene director for 3 and 4, but the cutscene direction is significantly better than this just badly directed cutscenes. Love the writing is super
So
good,
I
though,
thought it'd be
who
nice to
cares,
take
but
some of it off their hands, whether they like it or not.
It's nicer when it's, you know, some competent camera direction.
Ah, Reen, ever the reliable gopher.
You're not wrong. Rain, dude, you gotta start like living life for yourself, man.
That's a very you response.
If there's anything we can help with, let us know, okay?
It's just sad because it's like the reason he's helping is because he has so little value in him his own self. He's like, I might as well help other people because, you know, I'm worthless anyway.
Well, I guess I'd better get going. I could go straight to the student council room.
Oh, everyone
It's my
else
first
on the
time
final
back in
bonding
over
scene
a
gets an
month,
extra
so
scene
it
here,
would be
I
nice
think.
to take a walk. Maybe I should go and see how Valamar's doing too.
Reen?
Yeah, it is here. Okay. Since it's Fee, yeah. Sarah would have gotten it earlier with that little conversation he was having.
What's up?
But everybody else gets to hear, except for. No, I think Toa shows up here too. If you hung out with Toa.
I thought you were going to water the flowers.
I was, but they can wait. I think you need more watering now.
That can be taken out of context. But thanks, Faye.
You're a sweet girl, you know that?
Not really. I wanted to do this for myself. I need to make the most of this warmth while I still can.
You really are docile as can be when we're alone together. Unlike the rest of the time.
Shut up.
Shut up. If you chose Elisa, Emma, or Laura, I believe they kiss. Because they're like actually dating. All the other girls, they're not dating. Although there's obvious romantic implications there, but except for with Milliam, I think. Although I think she does still hug him. Oh yeah, we get this song here. Let's see. We need to get a whole bunch of profile updates, because of course we do. Why wouldn't we? Yeah. Who are we talking to? Music room. Hebel? Is he in there? Where's Bridget? I have no idea where Bridget is, but... Oh, Bridget's over there. She's playing the piano. Oh, he's gonna join the military. A military band. Yeah, we get basically in a whole huge epilogue for everybody. What are you gonna do, Ben? Everyone voted for Bridgie. Why did nobody vote for you? What a mystery. Ment, you're the clumsiest girl in the series. Hi, Bridget. Alright, they're actually dating. Thanks, Bridget. Yeah, she really loves Alan a lot. They have actually a really good romance. Nicholas, I think, gets a thing. I probably missed somebody's profile update, but whatever. Oh, there's a buffet car, huh? So he's gonna go work for a train company and, well, start working at the train buffet cars, I guess. It's kind of cool. Clara's in the art room, because of course she is. I don't know what she's doing, but probably sculpting. Of course. Should have known. Oh, you're opening an exhibition in Heimdall? It's kind of cool. She was to shut up and let me work. It's funny. She just wants to be left alone constantly. Hey, what are you doing, guys? Oh. Yeah, the implication there is obvious. Mystery. They smell super sexy, just like me. Jesus Christ, we are not going to sniff you, Vivi. For fuck's sake. Oh my god. At least that's a funnier joke than, Olivier's. Oh, Agatha, are you turned on by Tita's juvenile scent? I'm never gonna let that joke go. That joke was bad. Like, holy shit, what are they thinking? Oh, god. We have to go to... We have to go downstairs. Oops, that's the rooftop. I would say for Rean to find a good school therapist. That makes you sad now? Yeah, I know, because Billy passed away, unfortunately. That really sucks. He's such a good voice actor, too. What's scary is the dude was my age. He was 1 year older than me. Like, that's frightening. Like, how... Man. Oh yeah, Heinrich wants to see Arkan Ciel. Worried as to Rishamel's well-being. We literally fought Risha Heinrich. You probably shouldn't tell him that you, like, fought Risha Mao. Probably not a good idea. Where's the principal? Probably in his office, right? Yeah. I mean, Dr. Maruki wasn't exactly a good counselor, sadly. Good character, but man, his counseling was terrible. On purpose, of course. Good character. One of the best Persona characters ever written. Something wrong, Schwarzer? Did you know something about Milliam? Now is the perfect time to start asking. Head to the roof. We're gonna have to, do some farming, by the way. Having more than 8 gigabytes feels hella nice. Yeah, it probably does. I mean, it should. I know that sounds weird, but see that money we have? Yeah, we're gonna need, $1 million. No, I'm not kidding. We need $1 million, Mira. I know that sounds insane, but don't worry about it. It's actually not that bad. Okay. Now the other second year, you made contact with them. Cool. So he's gonna keep contact between all the second years. That's cool. Vincent's one of the more relevant students, actually. I would remember him going forward. Same with Ferris, his sister. Since later Margarita's imminent approach. Siripa, we must flee at once. For God's sakes, dude. Hey, Makarov. What, the old schoolhouse? Is that what we're talking about? Or, no, we're talking about the hangar, right? Because of Valimar? Yeah. Right, yeah. So that's a new hangar because, well, soldouts are new. Oh, that's another thing. So, the implication is, remember how, it didn't really make any sense. Like, why didn't Osborn stop the iron going out of the Sachin mine, right? They were clearly stealing money, or stealing iron, which we later found out they were using for soldats. Like, how could he have not seen that coming back in CS1? Well, the answer is he did, and he allowed it to happen. Because he knew that once he won the Civil War, suddenly those soldats weren't the provincial armies, they were his. Yeah. Osborn is frightening. He effectively used his own life to manipulate the entire war. Of course, how he survived or faked his death is not explained in this game, but it will eventually. Whether it's a good explanation, well, that depends on you. Rosine? Rosine. also really important. I think we can go to the Academy Field. There's Paula. So apparently some people ship Paula and Eustace. Apparently that's a thing. I didn't know that. Because I don't see it at all. Like, I know people ship him and Machias, and obviously there's somebody else that they ship him with too. But, yeah, Paula? Like, really? She's so irrelevant. Yeah, both good ways and bad, yeah. Rufus is a terrifying individual. What do you got, Paula? Oh, that's a horse. Sorry, Paula. I mean, I don't know. I never got a romantic thing from her with him. She seemed more just to just not like him initially, and then kind of became friends with him. But I guess, you know, if you like Paula, sure. I don't dislike Paula. Yeah. Now we can talk to... Who the hell is it? Friedel? Yeah. Oh yeah, Alan too. You're going on a journey? Should be an interesting experiment. Ask Loggins to join you. So is that the explanation for why you'd like completely disappear from the plot after this game? Okay. Yeah, Friedel, like, I thought would be more relevant in the future, and she's not. She basically does nothing. It's odd. Good boyfriend needs to hire. Make sure he always keeps his girlfriend safe. He just really wants to protect Bridget. Alan's really cool. He's actually well written, well developed. Thanks, Patrick. That's nice, like he's actually saying that to motivate him. Patrick's come a long way. He's a good character too. Engineering building. Probably got to talk to.
Oh,
George. Oh, Angelica and George.
Hey there, Rain.
At least there's no girls here,
Looks
so
like someone's
Angelica
done
won't
with
hit on
class
them.
for the day.
Right? There's no
just
girls
got
here,
out.
right?
Wait, is that?
Yep, Angie's brand new bike.
Oh, they just made the new bike. That's cool.
We started building it for you, but then we had a change of heart. I just couldn't tear you away from your current ride after you'd grown so attached.
Now I feel bad, considering I pretty much did just that to you. Your new one's got a pretty cool design, though.
She made a sicker looking bike than yours, dude.
Don't get too jealous. Specs are pretty much the same as yours. Well, before Angie tunes it up and adds her custom gear for distance riding, that is.
But distance riding would mean... You're planning on going off on some big journey, aren't you?
Going off on your own, huh?
10 points to Rain. I just felt like it was time for me to go out and see the world for myself. My martial arts teacher did the same thing once, so I'm sure it'll be a valuable experience for me. The plan for now is to travel through the
I
entirety
wonder
of
who
Zoomania.
that could be.
That's not a very specific plan.
Totally not the
Pretty
only
sizable
other
journey.
female martial arts character we... Actually, no. We know two of them, don't we? What was the Bracer girl's name? I know there's Kilika, but I forget the other girl's name. We fought her, in Crossbell. Oh, I don't
You
remember
can
her
say
name.
that again. I have no idea
It
where
was
she
like
finds the
Scott?
energy.
It's the gun guy.
Oh, really now?
Was it Weaver? Weiner? I don't know. And then there was the two girls. There was... And the one was, like, obsessed with Tio. It was weird.
Your plan to visit the continent's most famous engineering
Aeolia?
factories is
And Lynn.
pretty much
Lynn, that's it.
exactly the same thing.
Len's a tight
Really think so?
I take it you'll be leaving Erebonia for a while too, George?
Aeolia was like the girl obsessed with Tio, which is weird because she was like twice her age.
Seems that way. First stop's Liberl and ZCF. Always wanted to see it.
Unless Aeolia is younger than I think she is, but I don't think so. I think she was in her 20s.
After that, I got my heart set on a trip to the Epstein Foundation over in Lamont State.
Ah, so George
I'm
is
at
going
it.
out too.
I think it'd be nice to pay a visit to the Vern Company in Calvert, too.
Will you even be able to get into Calvert at this point?
Yeah, will
I
you?
didn't say it'd be easy, but I think I can pull some strings. The
Alright.
real reason for this trip is to figure out what I can do as an engineer to help smooth over our international relations.
Well, good on you,
Meeting
buddy.
the continent's finest engineers and discussing things with them should really help get the ball rolling on that.
You've thought that far ahead.
Let me guess, you're worthless,
That's
Rain.
really admirable. I hope you can find a way to make that happen. Even though I feel kind of hypocritical saying that, as someone who participated in the war.
Don't beat yourself up over it, Reen.
You have nothing to be ashamed of. That was your only option, given the way the Chancellor set things up.
Well, it wasn't the only option, but the other option was worse.
Your actions actually helped us avoid an even longer, more brutal war.
But
Angie's right.
She
You
is
played
right.
a role that no one else could have.
Sadly.
Just think. If things kept going the way they were going, we could have been at war with all of Crossbell.
Well, you could have been at war over Crossbow with Calvert.
I don't even want to imagine the number of lives that would have been lost if you hadn't stepped in the way you did.
I mean, Crossbow has a population of 500,000, the city, so, man, tens of thousands of people would be dead.
Of course, us telling you whether or not you should feel guilty doesn't matter. It all comes down to you facing your own feelings over what you did. But there's one thing we'd like you to remember as you do. You're not alone, Rain. You've got friends who understand why you did what you did.
sometimes I wonder how I was lucky enough to get such good ones. Thanks, you guys. This really helps.
Man, he is, like, on the verge of just breaking.
Don't mention it. On a completely different note, why don't you pay Valimar a visit while you're here? You spared no expense making sure he'd be nice and cozy in there.
I think I will. But not to discredit your coziness efforts or anything, but he seems fine no matter where I leave him.
Well, aren't you a sweet chevalier? Maybe I'll check in on him in a bit too.
Oh yeah, they call him the Ashen Chevalier now. A title he obviously hates. Can you imagine setting it up to use your own son as a propaganda tool? Just like...
Hey,
really
Valimar,
scummy.
how you holding up?
Relatively comfortably. My ability to self-repair means that maintenance is not mandatory, but I expect it will increase my operating efficiency.
Glad to hear it.
Yeah, like Divine Knight's
This is going to be our new home base for the time being, so you can get in as much maintenance as you need. I'm gonna need you a lot in the days ahead, Valimar.
I will strive to meet your expectations.
What's up?
Something wrong?
Not as such. I thought I sensed something unusual, but it must have been my imagination.
Well, that's weird.
You really are getting to be scarily human these days,
Your
you know?
imagination?
What was it you sensed, though? A person?
I am unsure. It may have simply been a fluctuation in the earth veins below us. Similar fluctuations are hardly abnormal.
Well, if you don't think it's anything worth worrying about, I'll try and put it out of my mind. If you sense anything strange in the future, though, let me know, okay? You can tell me... telepathically was the word, right?
You don't know what the word telepathy is?
Indeed. I shall use it to inform you should I sense anything is amiss.
Okay. It's kind of weird. But sure. I think we're done, yeah. Go to the Student Union building. We can buy the paper. Is there new weapons? No. I might as well buy that. Might as well paper, right? Okay. Should be the last book, in theory. Yeah, for some reason we still have this book, this paper, even though we got it with Lloyd and Risha. That's the only thing that transfers from that chapter, which is just bizarre. Like, I don't even know how we got this. But whatever. Ah, I fucking hate the Imperial Chronicle so much. Congratulations on Crossbell's annexation. Oh yeah, they're just so ecstatic. Such propaganda bullshit. Immediately they go from being propaganda for the Noble Alliance to being propaganda for Osborn again. Universal rejoicing in Crossbell. It's like a dream come true. This is all total propaganda bullshit. Oh, others were sad, not because they joined the Empire illegally, by the way, but because we hurt Erebonia by bombing that fortress that tried to nuke us. What was wrong with us? Yeah. This is the perspective they're giving Erebonians about Crossbellans, when in reality, there's actually an underground resistance against an illegal annexation. Obviously, some people are going to try to just make the best of it, but they're not happy about it. Yeah, this paper pisses me off. Crossbell sparks economic turnaround. Yeah, of course, because you literally stole the biggest economic city in the continent. Not to mention the IBC. Yup, we're gonna tax the shit out of Crossbell, of course. It is a superpower, unfortunately. Ashen Knight overwhelms Republican army. That's true. But they're building him up, of course. Of course, Osborn doesn't let him take interviews. For good reason. Considering he doesn't want to have his propaganda tool say something he can't control. Special meeting for the Provincial Council. Marcus Ragnar, Marcus High Arms, and Rufus Alvaray are meeting. Deal with the aftermath and the treatment of Duke Cayenne. Cayenne's done. He's gonna be in jail for the rest of his life. Some ongoing fishing in Ortis. We're a splinter group of the Noble Alliance forces continue to enforce its rule. Okay, so Ortis did not surrender. That's the most westernmost city. The last remnants of the Noble Alliance are still resisting and holding out there. But they're negligible in what they have left. They're basically no threat. They're being sieged out. Oh yes, get plenty of rest. Oh, yeah. Whatever, game. Oh wait, nope. I think they're in here. Yep. Okay, here we go. Emily. Of course. Oh, they're gonna sign up for the military, Emily and Teresia. So that's interesting. They're gonna join the air fleet. together. Ferris is the captain of the club now. It should be the last profile update. Nope, we have to go upstairs and talk to Fidelia at the photography club. Real fishing club. Nope. Photography. Special recognition during last Pulitzer Prize ceremony. Norton, offer your job at the Chronicle. Okay, so Fidelio is gonna go work for the Chronicle with Norton, so that's cool. I mean, it would be cool if the Imperial Chronicle wasn't propaganda bullshit, but you know. Yeah, the newspaper in Erebonia, for whatever reason, is just horrible propaganda. We actually can go do one other thing because we're on New Game Plus. I think. Although I don't know where he is. Somewhere around. He might be in... Yeah. He might be in the main building. We can go talk to... What's his name? Thomas. And he should let us do something. There he is. Yeah, here we go. This is New Game Plus exclusive if you have all the black records. I don't know if he had to decode partially them earlier, but I would do it just in case. Ah, he decoded them because a month went by. So we can finally read them. Which is cool. I can't read them now? No, for some reason we can't. Not sure why. Okay. That's alright. I think that's it. Yeah. Go to the City Council. We'll go up towards the building and then we gotta take a little bathroom break. I will be right back. Alright. All back. Okay. I think we're good with that. Yeah. Just go talk to Toa. Oh. She's sleeping again, of course.
Yep, I knew it. No wonder she fell asleep. She must have been really busy getting everything sorted out for the spring.
No kidding.
Makes me remember finding her like this over in the computer room.
Oh yeah, and CS1.
Oh, right. I probably shouldn't look too much or she'll get mad when she wakes up.
Oh my god, dude, how's she gonna know?
Angie, George, Crow.
Thanks, game. Just twist the knife in, it's cool. Just twist that knife in.
Rean? What are you doing in my room?
We're not in your room. What do you mean?
Wait, this is the student council room.
I don't even think he knows where your room is.
I must have fallen asleep.
Sorry for coming in without permission. I did knock, though.
Don't worry about it. It's my fault for dozing off like this. Why do you always have to keep finding me like that? I hope you weren't looking at me while I was sleeping again.
Oh my god.
I did try to look as little as possible.
Well, if you say so.
If you say so.
Is something the matter? You're not looking too well.
No, I'm fine.
Dude, you're not fine.
Maybe the light streaming in through the window is making me look off color? I feel fine, really.
Dude, it's not... You can actually admit that you're in terrible shape.
Come with me.
This is one of my favorite scenes in the series.
What's this all about?
I know that you're a boy and all, and I do think that you've grown a lot during your year here. No, I probably shouldn't even call you a boy anymore. You're a grown man now, but that doesn't mean you always have to stand and endure everything life throws your way. Okay?
Okay to show emotion, man.
If it gets too much, it's alright to sit down and let it all out. Whether you're a boy or a grown man doesn't change that. It's okay, Rean.
I'm so sorry.
And he breaks.
I'm so sorry. I promised I'd bring him back. I promised I'd make him graduate with you. But I couldn't do it.
It's okay. You did everything you could. You made sure he knew how we all felt. And you let all of us know how he really felt too. So, don't get so worked up about it. Okay?
I'm sorry. I didn't want anyone to see me like that.
I know, you never do,
Well,
right?
I guess we're even then. Not like I jump for joy every time you catch me sleeping.
Have you finished getting everything ready for the next student council now, by the way?
It's just too much, man, for him to deal with.
Yep. My days of being president are almost done. The first years taking over are really smart, though. I barely had to teach a thing in the end.
Still, it must have been hard work getting through it all. You're going on a tour of various NGOs after graduation, right?
Yep. The plan's to take a year to visit NGOs in lots of different fields. Politics, economics, engineering, medicine. After that, I'm not sure what I want to do. I'll probably join either the army or something related to the government, I suppose.
Well, I'm pretty sure they'd both love to have you. There's no chance either one would say no to you.
You're not wrong.
Especially since taking a year off hasn't made them any less determined to recruit you. After all you did with commanding the Courageous, it's no wonder you're so in demand.
I don't know. I don't think I did anything special, really. Still, I feel like it'd be best in the long run for me to see the world from a variety of different perspectives. I don't know what path I'll choose, but I want to step onto it with a firm decision on how things should be. I think that's the best thing I can do for this country's future. Maybe I'm being a little overdramatic there, though.
Well, you're fine.
Not at all. After how much you've done for this academy, I can only imagine how much you could do for this country. Just try not to overwork yourself, okay? We're with you all the way, but we will always worry, you know?
Thanks. Oh, I almost forgot. What was it that made you come here? I mean, I'm happy you did, but...
Oh, I'd completely forgotten too. I just came to ask if there was anything I could do to help tomorrow, seeing as it's another free day.
But you've only just come back. And besides, tomorrow's your...
That's all the more reason I want to spend tomorrow's free day the same way I spent all of the others. It wouldn't feel like our final free day is Class 7 if it were any different.
Well, if you say so. Okay, I do have a few things in mind, so I'll just drop them into your mailbox in the dorm like I always do. And thanks for offering.
Doing, Luna? Just rubbing on things? Yeah, the flowers bloom. Just in time for the welcoming ceremony. Yep. That's right. Yeah, amazingly so, we did. Especially Makis and Eustace, yeah. We hated each other at first. Yeah. Oh, he actually apologizes. Immaturity makes fools of even the best of us. Thanks. Hold on. That's a good expression. Should we say the best of us? They are friends. Friendly rivals, but yeah. Oh, yeah. Falling on top of... Or no, at least she fell on top of him. Ooh, little incidents are my favorite. Tell me, tell me, tell me. Don't you dare. She's the last person who needs to know. Oh, it's not fair to deny Milliam that knowledge. We have come a long way, yeah. The very first boss in the game. That's exactly what she was doing. Burned in all our memories, huh? Don't you dare. I tried to imagine it's just something crazy. It's Milliam, guys. It's probably terrifying. Oh, she's talking to Eustace in the background. What are we gonna do for dinner?
necessary.
Sharon? Yeah.
Huh?
Sharon?
What reason could you possibly have for being here? The chairman gave me her permission to return to my former position as your dormitory's caretaker. Which means I am here to serve you all once more. There may only be a short time left until the end of the year, but I'll make sure you want for nothing during it. I've already started preparing your evening meal, so there's no need to go out and buy anything.
Oh, well, how about that?
I'm fine with this.
We will gladly accept your offer.
Sharon's cooking's better than whatever grub we could rustle up together anyway.
How do you manage to get permission from Mother in the first place, though? Weren't you helping to rebuild the Reinford group? I thought the company was getting so many orders in, it was struggling to keep up. Now that Master Gwyn has returned to the company...
So Gwyn went
everything's
back to the company.
in order. He and the chairman have been speeding through one task after another since he got back. Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
So the former and current chairman make quite a team, I see.
They're actually working together.
Boy, I'm starving. Wouldn't mind a drink either. With the weather getting warmer, it's just about time for peak beer season.
Isn't it always beer season for you?
Huh? What are you guys all gathered out here for?
Who are you talking to, by the way, yourself?
Oh, why are you here? It's a pleasure to see you too, Lady Sarah. I brought a bountiful supply of smoked oysters and sardines if you'd like a snack to accompany your beer. Would you like them alongside your dinner?
Damn it, yes.
Damn it, yes. Sarah.
I'm surprised she can just walk around in public like this. You know, considering her affiliation.
What, Ouroboros?
Guessing there's some sort of agreement in place between Reinford and the government to leave her alone.
Probably.
Though, even if there weren't, I can't imagine anything would be able to stop Sharon from doing what she wants.
Not wrong.
Whew. I think I might have eaten too much. It's been so long since we last had Sharon's cooking. She hasn't lost her touch. None of it feels heavy on my stomach at all. Well, that's all my work done for the day. Maybe I should go see how everyone else is doing.
Yeah. So we can talk to everyone. Now we can actually use the decoding thing. All the black records have been updated. So now we can actually read them. Gods of creation before the Septian calendar. So there were two great gods in the beginning, one for courage, one for fortitude. Said about the heavens their kin, and upon a dark land they met. Calamity, their opposing natures incompatible, drawn irresistibly into battle, and began a struggle that shook heaven and earth. The goddess and the spirits' laments were for naught, as the land quaked the skies returned asunder, and the gods' ken could only tremble in fear. After what seemed like an eternity, their clash ended, but it was an end of mutual defeat. Their power spent, the empty shells of two celestial titans were flung into the furthest reaches of the dark land, and all that remained in their wake were the terrible scars on the land, their kin, and a great power. 200 years after Heimdall was first founded, ruin rose on monstrous wings from the depths of earth. The dark dragon Zoro Agruga. Remember, we fought its bones in the first game. It's a malevolent creature of terrible power, I know. Apparently, it spread miasma that turned the city of Heimdall into a city of the dead. I wonder if they mean that figuratively or literally. Evil dragon desecrated the corpses of the fallen, no, they mean it literally, taking control of their bodies and using them to attack those who remained alive, further increasing the legions of the dead. Emperor was Astorius II. He had to flee the city, and they moved the capital to St. Arc. Through 100 years and 6 more emperors, the Bane of Heimdall went unchallenged. So the 7th, Hector I, resolved to recapture the city. Dragon's influence had spread over the surrounding area like a plague. Hector I led knights into the necropolis. However, they were met with powerful fiends, and their efforts seemed doomed into failure. However, Hector I had a great encounter with the Vermilion Knight Testarossa, the final boss of this game. We just fought. The knight was recognized Hector I as its master, and both threats of its powers and cost its weapons. The Emperor confronted the Dark Dragon and won. Defeated the Dark Dragon. But the corrupted blood claimed Hector's life and unfortunately cursed the knight. So that is the explanation for why the Vermilion Knight Testarossa became the Vermilion Apocalypse. A demon with 1,000 weapons reacts only to the blood of the Arner family. Hector forced on par with the Dark Dragon. Yep. A threat to the entire world, so they sealed it deep underground, never to be used again. Meanwhile, a new city rose from the ashes of the old. So yeah, the Vermilion capital was built, and it's still here today. Okay, War of the Lions. There you go, Zero. How much you love the War of the Lions. In the year 947, Emperor Valius V passed away. His death heralded the beginning of the largest scale civil war in Erebonian history. Valius V was a ruler of some reputation, countless wives and concubines. Further complicated the matter of succession. Many of these wives came from prestigious noble families, all of whom were competing for power. Okay, so this is the reason for the civil war. The guy died, and their offspring started fighting. His offspring started fighting for control. Crown Prince Manfred, son of his first wife, was assassinated by an unknown party. Following the death of the Crown Prince, the fourth prince, the son of the first Valius' secondary wives, Prince Orthros, seized the capital by force. This is the false emperor. He got himself a new emperor and began purging all those who opposed him. Ku set up a succession of counterclaims. 3 other princes also named themselves new emperor. Alright, you got the 4 kingdoms going on here. Backed by powerful noble families of their mothers, the competing princes ignited a bloody 5-year-long civil war, War of the Lions. At first, their armies were largely equal, but Orthros, later become known as the False Emperor, revived Testarossa, the legendary Vermilion Knight, now tainted by the blood of Zoro Agruga. So the light of day once more. With its unmatched strength under his control, Orthros decimated his greatest competition in one fell swoop. And the 5th prince, Gunnar, was defeated. It seemed inevitable the armies of the other princes would share the same fate. But the war took another unexpected turn. In the form of the Palatinate Knight, the famed champion was acquired by Prince Lucius, the 6th of the youngest feuding brothers. With his power, he was able to defeat the army of the brilliant strategist and second Prince Albert. Victorious and backed by the knight's power, Prince Lucius was poised to challenge Orthros. Gunnar and Albert's armies, however, were not completely wiped out, and they joined forces to oppose the other princes. The war was fought by 3 separate groups. Prince Orthros with Vermilion, Prince Lucius with Palatinate, and Gunnar and Albert, who had no knight, but had more numbers. War of the Lions have been raging for 2 years now. Chaos Wars of the day. For a nation that takes its name from Erebos. Yes, Erebonia is named after Erebos. You okay, Via? Come on, honey. Go back to bed. It's the worst. Okay. War of the Lion, Rishad. Well, that's it. Okay, Black Arctic 4. A young man lays on a grassy plain during a nap. This should be Drykul's, right? Along his rest was interrupted by the rebels. Second young man on horseback. Do we know this guy's name? His armor bore recent Prince and scratches on his left arm. He's bound by a bloody bandage. First young man, had not seen him in several years, but triple wound doesn't seem out of place. You were right after all. The Empire's days are numbered. Yep. It was Prince Drykos, the third prince of the Erebonian Empire. A man with no claim to the throne due to his commoner mother and shunned by the other high-born princes. Oh, kind of like, Osborne was a commoner that rose to chancellor. So, Drykos was a commoner that rose to be emperor. Drykos has long since left everybody behind, wandering from place to place, whiling away his days. 3 years prior, he had reached the land of Nord, where he remained ever since. Though left to his own devices since childhood, his nature was noble, and he was quickly accepted by the people of Nord and lived peacefully among them. While he had left his homeland, he had not truly abandoned his heart. During his wanderings, his mother had passed away, but while she lived, she had told him something that would remain with him for the rest of his days. The blood flowing through you will not allow you to turn your back to the Empire's suffering. No, she wasn't wrong. Prince Drykos had turned those words over in his head again and again. Could a powerless vagrant like himself truly do? The knight's arrival would change two things, though. The knight's arrival would signify two things. The war would continue to get worse, and Erebonia was on the path to ruin. His mother was correct, yeah. Hearing the knight's words, he said enough was enough, getting by the pain of his countrymen no longer. Yep, this is Roland, his childhood friend and confidant. We saw Roland. He was in the flashback of, I think, the first shrine we went to. The Nordian guy there. That's Roland. That was talking to Drykos there in that flashback. You gotta stop doing this, Mia, or you're gonna get locked out of the room. Prince Drykos set about preparing to depart, but before he could finish, he was met by several tall knights in Nord. Right, so this is when he got the Nord volunteers. Next morning, the prince departed the village. There are 17 men under his command. Not a lot. May fortune favor you all. Yep. And at last, Blackrock is 5. Prince Drykos' opponents were the armies of the 4th Prince, Orthros and his Vermilion Knight, 6th Prince Lucius with his Palatinate Knight, and the combined forces of the remaining princes, Gunnar and Albert, who had a legion of magical golems under their control. The Magic Knights. It was he, the illegitimate son of a commoner and late. What the hell are you doing? Latecomer to the war that emerged triumphant. Victory did not come with loss whatsoever. During his return to Erebonia, Roland fell in battle. Roland died during the war, but shortly after that he met Leanne Sandlot. Potentially Arian Road. Charismatic personality and peerless. So she's from Legram, yeah. She's the daughter of Count Sandlot, hailed from the lakeside town of Legram. Charismatic personality and peerless skills. The lance under the leadership of a band of knights, known as the Eisenritter. The moniker of the Lance Maiden. Leanne Sandlot is her name. So Drykos and Leanne came from different backgrounds, but their concern for innocent victims of war united them to end it. The two of them, along with the warriors of Nord, the Eisenritter, and all the other people in the nation's hearts, they moved, liberated one town after another, kind of similar to what we did, and were eventually successful in persuading even Prince Lucius, owner of the Palatinate Knight, to fight for their cause. Okay, so they turned him. However, the false emperor schemed to elevate the cursed Vermilion Knight to even greater power, and thus the Vermilion Apocalypse was created. The demonic god emerged in Heimdall along with the monstrous castle and vanquished Albert and Gunnar's armies in a single battle. They were erased from existence. He keyed them. He Thanos'd them. Even the Palatinate Knight could not contend with such a foe and was felled. And as it decimated all the chance of false emperor, countless crimson spirit veins. Castle, okay, it's probably the Infernal Castle. Defeat seemed inevitable for Drykos and Leanne. They didn't give up. Followed by the guidance of a kindly witch, okay, kind of like Emma did for Reen, they were led to a new great knight. After overcoming the trial, they claimed the Ashen Knight, yep, Valimar, with it in hand along with their many supporters. They army of Prince Lucius, they marched on the capital for the final time and made their way to the castle at the center. 3 days later, 4th of July, 952, the castle vanished from existence and the city was liberated. So yeah, they won. There you go. There you go, indeed. This is Crow's room, of course.
Here's Crow's room. I think I'll stay away from it for now. I feel more like going around and talking to everyone.
Well, if you say so, Rain. Hey, Elliot. Do we have...
Hey, Elliot. Taking care of your violin?
Yeah, it's taken care of me over the past year, so why not return the favor? I'm actually planning on giving a few of them to the Academy before I go.
Oh.
Just to make sure next year's first years have something to practice with.
So, at this point, yeah, it's pretty obvious. They're graduating.
That's really generous, and sure to make a lot of people happy. And you'll finally be heading off to a music academy, just like you always wanted.
Transferring to a music academy.
I bet they'll push you pretty hard over there, too.
I don't doubt it. I'm going to need to be all music all the time if I want to stand a chance at keeping up.
You're not wrong, Elliot.
Though, to be honest, after all the time I've spent here, I don't really want my life to be completely about music. I love it, obviously, but to be a balanced person, I want to have a bit more variety in my life, like I had here at the Academy.
These scenes are all optional, by the way, but I don't know why you wouldn't go through them.
For one thing, I don't want to get too rusty with my orbital staff.
Good to hear. I hope everything works out for you.
Thanks. Me too.
Elliot?
No, it's nothing. Either way, Heimdall and Trista are really close, so don't be a stranger, okay? I know you're gonna have tons of work to get through between your classes and your missions, but...
Don't worry, I'll make time. I'm sure we'll have plenty of chances to see each other. There's still a ton of Heimdall I haven't seen, too. You'll have to show me around next time I make it over there.
You bet.
So, if you haven't quite pieced it together, what's going on here? Class 7 is not likely to exist. I mean, remember what has effectively happened here? Is we have effectively allowed Osborn to completely consolidate power, and this entire school and class, or not the school itself, but the Class 7 idea was Olivier's idea. Olivier is a political opponent of Osborn. Osborn has no check. This class is done. Any and all things that oppose Osborn, it's done. There is no check. There is nothing that can be done to oppose his authority at this point. Or very little, anyway. So, and he's likely going to take full control of the school soon. So all the rest of Class 7 is getting the hell out of here. They're going to take extra classes to graduate early so they can get out of here as quickly as possible before Osborn makes whatever changes he's going to make to the school, right? But Reen does not have that option because he has to stay here to be Osborn's tool and puppet. Yeah.
Something on your mind, Eustace?
For the first time in a long time, no. I'm just taking a
They
short
don't
break.
exposition it very well because, well, they don't do like any sort of awkward exposition around it. You just have to piece it together from the fact that they're all saying they're leaving.
Looking over an endless sea of documents can be rather tiring on the eyes.
Oh, are those the tax reports you mentioned?
Ordinarily, this would be my father's work, but His Majesty has yet to decide his fate. Rufus hasn't so much as glanced in Berea Hard's direction since he took his new job in Crossbell either. As such, the task falls to me.
Man, I knew everyone in our class had it pretty rough right now. You've got it roughest, no contest.
If my ego had its way, I would boast that filling in for my father is a simple and mundane task. But on top of the paperwork, I'll need to manage the provincial army and oversee the province as a whole. Then there's the matter of keeping the most stubborn of the nobility in check. I don't expect the first 6 months to be pleasant.
The fact that you're already thinking 6 months ahead is pretty impressive as it is. Standing in for Duke Alberea like that must take some real confidence.
I don't think
I know
we'll
you'll
go
manage,
to
though.
decide for a free day today.
That much is obvious.
There's a
What is
lot
it?
of side stuff to do.
It's nothing. In the days to come, more people will be relying on you than ever before.
So that pause is where new dialogue would be if you had final bonded event with them. Instead, they always go, "It's nothing" if you didn't do their final bonding event.
But no matter who does so or what they ask, do not
So when
lose
we
your
do
pride
fees,
as a noble.
when it gets to that
Act
pause,
independently,
she'll have extra
your head held high. Maintain your pride and your autonomy, and I'm sure you'll be fine.
It's good advice, actually. It's just...
Thanks. I promise I will.
I'll hold you to that.
I appreciate that they voiced all of these final farewell moments. Hi, guys.
Are you finishing up your painting, guys?
Yeah, this is my last one. I want to make sure I'm completely satisfied with it before declaring it finished.
That's understandable. You're going to keep painting once you're back at home, though, right?
Well, I don't know how much time I'll have to set aside for it, but I intend to keep working on it, bit by bit. There's
He's going back
growing
to
reason
Nord.
for concern in Calvert to the east of the Highlands.
Oh, yeah.
But all in
Could
all,
happen.
things are more peaceful now than they were. I should be able to focus on painting my magnum opus.
Oh, is it going to be of Nord? If anyone can make a masterpiece of the Highlands, it'd be you.
That wouldn't be such a bad idea. But actually, I was intending to paint a picture of the Academy, its students, and the courageous.
Aw. Come a long way, buddy.
You mean...
I mean, it's... What's
Now
important
you're getting
to him.
it. I want to capture the day we liberated the Academy.
It's an important moment for him.
And once I've finished it, I fully intend to return to Erebonia with it in hand.
Nice.
What better way to forever memorialize this place as my second homeland?
Man, you really are amazing.
Yeah, I like Gaius. He's cool.
Well, if you ever need reference materials, you know who to call. I can get pictures of anything you might need and send them over. I know you're talented, but that's a lot to paint off of just your memory.
I'd appreciate that.
But yeah, if you wanted to see all of that extra dialogue, you did the replay a lot.
Hey, Machias. Working hard or hard?
I'll stop you right there. Of course I'm hard at work. Just look at the size of this book. If I can't internalize as much of it as possible while I'm here, I'm doomed to failure from the start.
And this is one of your new textbooks? Man, Heimdall's political academies don't mess around, do they?
No.
You'll be the youngest person there, right?
Most likely. I'd normally need to have graduated from Thor's with a bit more experience under my belt to have gotten in.
Yeah, they're all either graduating early or leaving to do something else.
There are a few Thor's grads there already, though. They take some every year. And as you might imagine, the recent political upheaval has the place swarming with applicants this year. The entrance exam was hard enough on its own, but that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Can't say I envy you. Still, I know you're going to be just fine. You're so smart that you can handle any subject they throw at you. Growing up with your dad should give you a leg up on the
They
politics,
especially
too.
don't want to be in a military academy with the kind of philosophy that Osborne has.
Yeah, no pressure there. Honestly, there are times when I think
mean,
diving into things head first like this is a giant
Do
mistake.
you think, you're going to have the option to come out of a military academy and not join the military? It is Gileath Osborne, after all.
What's wrong?
Oh, it's nothing. It's just... I know we're probably going to both be really busy with our own lives come spring, but let's make time to have lunch together once in a while or something. Okay? Studying is all well and good, but even I need a change of pace every now and again.
I think that can be arranged. The train from here to Heimdall only takes a half hour. I don't see any reason why we wouldn't hang out sometimes.
Then it's a date.
Sounds good, Marcus. Man, poor Reen, though. Like, When he finds out the people that Claire lied to him, his parents have been hiding that for years that his father is Osborn, right? He finally found a place in life, and now all his friends are leaving. It's no wonder he broke down in Toa's office. Like I said, this game does sometimes get into like torture simulator for Reen. Sometimes it gets kind of uncomfortable.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah.
You look bored, Celine.
I kind of chuckle when people try to tell me this is a lighthearted. I mean, whatever. I mean, if you think it's lighthearted, okay. I don't.
I guess I am. My work's done at this point.
I mean, the shit that happens to Reen is pretty horrifying.
I feel like I aged a few decades as soon as the war came to an end.
Come on now.
Feels a bit strange to be saying it after the fact, but you fought pretty well over in Crossbell. You've really mastered piloting Valimar.
I'd like to think so anyway. I feel like I could pull off just about anything with him now. And to think, I couldn't do half as much with him when I was first
you
starting
can, teleport him now.
You do realize you just admitted you were totally useless, right? I wonder if you're gonna be okay without us, you know? Valimar must have drawn the short straw to end up with a budding awakener like you.
Thanks for worrying about me all the time, Celine.
Thanks, Celine.
Excuse me, what makes you think I was worried about you?
Just about everything. From what I can tell, you've always worried about me. Back in the beginning, when I didn't know anything about piloting, you were always there to guide me through our battles. I doubt I would have ever come this far if you didn't have my back. So, thank you. For all of it.
Why do you always have to be like this? There are parts of the legends passed down in the clan that not even Emma and I know about.
Really?
But just bear this one thing in mind. Divine Knights have incredible power, and they can become devils just as easily as they can become gods.
You're not wrong.
Don't worry, I know. And I won't forget. Anyone in my position needs to know the difference between right and wrong. I'm well aware of that.
You know, sometimes you have to do the wrong thing to do the right thing.
That's fine then. Anyway, good luck, I guess.
Or sometimes you have to choose the least wrong
If
option.
you really need it, I can always come and help out.
Hey, Sharon.
Oh, good evening, Master Reen. I thought you had already retired for the evening. How would you like for me to put together some supper?
I appreciate the offer, but I think I've eaten more than I should have as it is. Your cooking really is delicious, Sharon. I was starting to miss it after not having it for so long.
It was my pleasure to cook for all of you again, so I pulled out all the stops with this one. Seeing all of you happily indulging my handiwork always makes every second of preparation worth it. Is something the matter, Master Reen?
Oh, I was just thinking about how you haven't changed a bit. I'm not sure it's my place to ask, but is everything all right over at Ouroboros? I can't help but wonder after how things turned out. Vita seems really shocked.
Yeah, they seem to really be caught off
I'm
guard.
afraid I haven't a clue. No word of what's been happening in the society has reached my ears since then.
They're probably not happy and probably panicking right now.
I have no idea where the second Anguis is now. Nor do I know what happened regarding the Phantasmal Blaze plan after the Chancellor declared he was taking it over.
Who knows?
And quite frankly, none of it is my concern. The answers won't change who I am, and it won't suddenly cause me to shift priorities. I am and always will be a proud maid of the Reinford family. Not because of the freedom we enforcers are granted, but because that is simply who I am. Much like how you being the Ashen Chevalier doesn't change how you are also a proud member of Class 7.
I suppose you're right.
And no matter what happens to you in the future, never lose sight of who you really are. It's almost time for me to return to Ruhr, but should you ever need me again, I will gladly rush to your side.
Thank you, Sharon. I'm glad you can stay here for a while longer.
Good scene. Just gotta keep on keeping on. Even through it all, alright? Anyone else? Okay, no. Gotta go to the girls' room now. We'll leave P for last because she'll have additional dialogue. Of course, I don't remember which room is hers. That's Emma.
Emma? What are you doing?
What are you doing, Emma?
Oh, hi there, Reen.
Yeah, they do a weird transition effect when they turn the model because it's not actually a smooth animation. So they do a crossfade. It doesn't look good.
Well, Dorothy and I decided that we're gonna put together one final collection of stories as a club.
But whatever, budget reasons.
Since then, I've been working on a story for the students who will join the club next year.
Cool.
Oh, that sounds neat. Wait, if Dorothy's involved...
Please don't be weird.
The content is totally appropriate for children of all ages, I assure you.
Sure it is.
Admittedly, Dorothy's own story sounds like it'll have a few of her favorite literary elements, but all in moderation, she assured.
I don't believe you.
Not that I'm one to judge.
I mean, it's fine. She's into what she's into.
What kind of story are you writing?
It's supposed to be a fairy tale. I can't pretend it's 100% original, though. I borrowed some elements from a story I heard as a child. It's going to star a golden unicorn and a pure-hearted maiden. Or at least, that's the plan.
Sounds interesting. Can I give it a read when you're done? I'll still be here next year, so if I see any first years who seem like they'd enjoy it, I'll recommend it to them.
I have to confess, I'm a little embarrassed to let anyone see it, but the whole point of a story is to be read.
Something wrong?
No, not at all. I'm sure you and Valimar will be just fine without my help now. Still, if you do need anything, don't hesitate to get in touch. It may take some time to contact me, though. You'll need to use a method that isn't exactly conventional.
We have cell phones.
Yeah, I could have guessed as much. I mean, I theoretically get how to use runes to communicate since you told me, but
we have
I
to use
no
a
idea
spell.
how it actually works.
I'd be shocked if you did. It's pretty far removed from the orbital technology
Yeah,
we're
you can't
used
exactly
to.
just go to the witch's home, so I guess this makes sense.
It has its benefits, though. For one, you'll be able to reach me no matter where I might be. So don't ever hesitate to drop me a line if you need my assistance. I'd always be happy to hear from you.
All right. I'm sure I'll give you a ring. Or a rune, I guess.
A rune.
I hope you end up being able to find Vita, too.
Gonna go look
Thank
for Vita?
you.
Laura.
What are you looking at, Laura?
It's you, Reen. I'll show you.
Aw.
Oh,
Her and
you
Monica.
and Monica got a picture taken together?
It's too bad Monica, doesn't do much in the rest of the arc.
You both look so happy in it, too.
They could have done something with Monica and Laura, but they don't.
That we do.
After the first
Someone in the
half of arc.
photography club kindly offered to take it for us. I thought it would make a fine souvenir of my time at the academy to take away with me.
But it's cool, they're a little developing friendship on the
My
side.
mirror's on that being Rex. Oh well, it's a nice photo, and he got permission. For once.
Yeah, they asked him to.
I never expected you and Monica would get so close. Between her and Fee, you kind of have a knack for becoming the best of friends with the ones you bump heads with first.
I know.
Please don't say that. I'm truly grateful to both of them for broadening my horizons. Meeting them enriched my life in ways I could have never pictured before. Truly, coming to this academy was one of the best decisions I've ever made.
I didn't realize we'd made such a big impact on you.
Yeah, she's a totally different person now. She's much more open-minded now.
Well, you did. And don't mind me, I'm just feeling a little emotional. This isn't like me at all now, is it? There's no harm in a few tears, I suppose. This will be my last time I can relax before my training, after all.
Yeah. You're not gonna get much rest in with the training you've got lined up.
She's gonna go take some more sword training.
I won't be learning the Arcade School's advanced techniques with training any less
She's gonna
intense.
master the Arcade techniques.
I have no idea where we'll be conducting said training, but it will no doubt be as perilous as it will be dangerous.
Yeah, it's gonna be life-threatening.
I had to spend a month in the Isengard range as part of mine. I don't think a month's going to cut it with what you're doing, though. It goes way beyond your average techniques.
Indeed. I'm anticipating that it will take at least half a year, if not more. Father's going to be with me.
So her father's
But
fine.
with things as difficult as they are, part of me feels guilty for taking up his time.
I don't know about that. I think him agreeing to train with you shows
So
how much
he
faith he
survived
has in
his
your
battle with
potential.
Burn.
Besides, in a lot of ways,
Not that we
this
know
might
who
be
won,
the best
but-
time to do it.
Or how it was resolved or whatever, but he did survive.
That is very true.
What's wrong?
Nothing at all. Regardless, I'd love to come and visit you should the opportunity present itself. And if it does, I'd like to formally request
When
a
he's
duel
blowing
with
the
you to
door
test
closed.
how much the two of us have grown.
Let's not kid ourselves. We both know who's going to win that duel.
Laura.
But your invitation is all the motivation I need to get plenty of training in myself. Can't have you beating me too badly.
I hope you will.
I mean, if she learns those advanced techniques, good luck, Rain. Is this Fee? No, it's Emma. Elisa.
Feeling
Looking
sad
at
about leaving the lacrosse club
Lacrosse,
behind?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was really into it by the end.
So Ferris is going to be captain of a lacrosse team that only has her in it. Whatever. I'm sure some first years will join, but that is funny.
I think it'll make for some wonderful memories to look back fondly on in the years to come.
I can imagine. Does that mean you're not going to keep up with lacrosse and Ruhr?
I don't think I'll be able to. As far as I'm aware, there aren't any local teams I could join.
That sucks.
And even if there were, I doubt I'd have the time for sports. Just thinking about how busy I'll be makes my head spin. No, scratch that. Being busy is all the more reason I need to make time for exercise.
Yeah, good luck with that. Helping out with the Rhineford group sounds like a recipe for one all-nighter after another.
Not just yet, actually. I won't be helping until Grandfather shows me the ropes. As I am now, I doubt I'll be able to do much at all in the way of rebuilding the company. But you can bet I'll leave Mother speechless with how much progress I've made in a year's time.
She's gonna go work for Rhineford.
I'm sure you can if you put your mind to it. And I know Sharon will always be willing to help you out if you need her.
She probably would, but then she'd just tell everything she did to Mother.
Yeah, that's true.
Elisa?
Oh, don't worry about it. I was just thinking about how blessed I am. I've got a wonderful family, a great club I'm part of, all of you as my classmates.
Oh, right. It took me a long time to realize the same thing, too.
Yeah.
We really are one and the same.
Yeah.
Elisa?
It's nothing, honestly. I'm just feeling a bit emotional all of a sudden. I don't know what's gotten into me. Nothing's wrong, though. I promise.
But...
Still, let's both make the most of our free day tomorrow. It's the last one we'll ever have as a class. The last thing any of us want to do is end it with regrets.
Yeah, agreed. Let's make it a day to remember for both of us.
Trying to make a difference at the Rhineford group. Hopefully you can change some things, Elisa. That was a nice scene. Alright, Fee will come back to you. Oh, nope, that's Laura. Milliam? Milliam.
What's up, Milliam?
Oh, hey, Reen. It's nothing. I just feel kinda down.
You do?
Down?
Yeah. I was just thinking about how everyone was at dinner time. Sharon's food was really nice, and we all seemed like we were having a good time.
Yeah, she still doesn't quite understand sadness.
But I don't know. It was weird, like we were all upset but didn't want to let it show.
They don't actually want to leave.
Bugging me.
Oh, so that's why. You really have grown so much these past few months. And not just mentally. I think you've gotten a little taller, too.
Maybe. About 2 rage or so?
She hasn't actually gotten any taller.
Judging by my specs, I'm not gonna get much taller than this, though. I'm Mini Millium forever and ever. But you never know. Maybe I'll grow up to have boobies so big, I can use them as a shelf like Emma's.
Wait, Emma uses them as a shelf? What are you talking about? What do you mean
Something
by
wrong?
specs, Milliam?
Nah, not really. So, you've got a new mission starting next month, right?
If you bonded with Milliam, she will go on to explain what she means by that.
Yep, I've got to go see how things are over out west. Duke Cayenne's been arrested, but it sounds like things are still pretty nuts over there.
You can probably put 2 and 2 together at this point, what exactly Milliam is talking about, but they'll spell it out for us in the next game, and we can talk about it then.
Oh, but guess what? I might get to go out to Laboral and Rimiferia soon.
What is it with you and blabbing classified information? Well, whatever. Just promise me you'll take care of yourself.
Because she trusts you guys. Like, that's the point, right?
Be sure to keep in touch. I'll always be right there when you need me, okay?
She's like genuine friends with you.
Righto, I promise. That goes double for you, mister. If you need me to bust you out of a jam, just say the word.
Talk to Sarah?
Something on your mind, instructor?
You could say that. I've been mulling over how things are gonna be come next month, but all this soul searching's giving me a headache.
Well, it'll probably feel strange being back with the guild for the first time in 2 years.
Oh yeah, she's quitting to become a racer
I bet
again.
they'll be glad to have you back. Things are probably going to be rough over there, even with you taking up the bracer life again.
No doubts there. I can already see plenty of traveling abroad in my future after what happened over in Crossbow. And I imagine it'll keep getting harder and harder for us bracers to operate here, too.
Osborn, no one to check his power. What do you think he's gonna do to the remaining bracers in the country? It's not your fault,
What's with
Rain.
that sad puppy look? There's no reason for you to feel ashamed of what you've chosen to do. I'm proud to have a student like you who can stand up and make the tough choices life thrusts on us.
Thanks, instructor. I'll try to just grin and bear it for now.
Attaboy. Sticking it out through the hard times with a smile will put you on the fast track to becoming a great man. Just make sure you don't try to shoulder too much. All that'll do is turn you into a jaded grump. Everything in moderation, okay?
Thanks? I haven't joined the intelligence division, and I have no plans to.
Good.
I'm gonna keep responding to their requests, but only if I'm comfortable doing what they're asking. And I can promise you, I'll never do anything that would put me in conflict with the guild or put innocents' lives at risk. I don't know what the future will bring for me, but that's the creed I want to stand by.
It's a good creed.
I know. Don't worry. No matter what happens, you'll always be my student. So go out there, live your life, and grow into such a heartthrob that I won't be able to take my eyes off you.
Well, I'll try.
Thanks, Sarah. Alright, let's go talk to Fee.
Are those seeds you got there?
Ah, plant seeds.
Yep, Adel gave them to me. They all came from the plants we grew in the gardening club. I'm just looking at what kinds there are here.
Really? That's really nice of her. It's kind of like you can take everything you've achieved over the past year with you.
That's cool.
Yeah, I wasn't even going to join a club until Adel found me relaxing and invited me. But I guess it wasn't so bad.
Nah, it's not bad at all.
Don't you worry. I'll be sure to check on the gardening club every once in a while just to see how things are
It's
going.
funny that, like, Fee is the one character that actually really likes his head pats, by the way. Like, she's the only one that doesn't get embarrassed by it or push your backs away from or anything.
It would be a shame if all the plants you've spent so long looking after were to wither and die.
It doesn't matter. Even if they do, they'll eventually bloom again somewhere else. Kind of like us.
When you put it that way, I suppose you're right.
So now we're gonna get the extra dialogue. Yeah, the hug.
Fee, what's wrong?
I think you could do with some more watering too.
You're not wrong.
Though that probably goes for both of us. I still don't know whether or not I'm doing the right thing, but it doesn't feel right abandoning a member of my family like this. Maybe I should stay with you for at least...
Fee, we talked about this, right? I hate to say it, but going our separate ways is best for the both of us right now. You only get one life, so I want you to make the most of it. Don't hold yourself back for my sake or anyone else's. The same holds true for all of our other classmates too.
He says something similar to everyone else as well.
I guess. I want to find out where Zeno and Leah went.
Yeah, she's looking for Zeno
The rest of the Corps too. And I still want to find out what they meant by bring back the boss. No, not want to. Need to.
I don't want you to put yourself in any more danger than you have to. But I know how much your family means to you. So, more than anything else, I want you to do what you feel you need to. Don't worry about me. I'll be right here waiting for you to come back when you're done.
You better. Once I find them all, I'll introduce you. Because of all my new family members, you're the most special to me.
Yeah, that'll go over really well with your family of Jaegers. Well, whatever. Bring it on.
Bring it on. She's definitely crushing on a few Final Bond event with her, but at least head in the sun together. We can do that. But she doesn't quite understand it. I don't know. I like the romance thing with Fee. Because it's actually a slow burn. If you're with Laura, Emma, or Elisa, he'll say like, I'd be a really bad boyfriend if I stopped you from doing what you need to do. With all the guys, he's just like, nah, we talked about this. Same sort of conversation. I don't know, we can go and see Crow for an extra scene here. Obviously, you can't talk to Crow, he's dead, but...
You are all going to be in for some tough times ahead.
You're not wrong, Crow.
I can't go any farther now. But you can. So keep going forward.
Crow's final words changed our path forever. No. It's more like they gave us the encouragement we needed to step onto the right one. We only get one life, and we're the only ones who can live it. Thanks, Crow. I might not be leaving the Academy to pursue some noble goal like the others are, but I'll do what I can here. Although, if I have to keep taking time off for trips like that one to Crosspell, I can kiss my attendance goodbye. Well, I can try to make it so I'll never be in danger of repeating a year. Unlike a certain someone.
Bye, Crow. And that should be it. There's a lot of stuff to do during the free day, so yeah, we're not gonna do that today. I'm guessing we have at least 2 streams left. Like, the epilogue is long, which is fine. I really like it, actually. What, you expecting to hear Misty? I don't think that's a thing.
In finance, the annexation of Crossbell has seen shares in Erebonian companies increase at an exponential rate across the board. And despite the Reinford Group announcing sweeping changes to its board members, its strong forecast for the next fiscal year is...
It's time for the start of a brand new program here on Radio Trista, coming at you promptly every Sunday. I call it Abend Time, after the word for evening. Might be a little cliched, but sometimes simple is best, right? Clichés are clichés for a reason, after all. Anyway, my name is Misty, and I'll be your host.
Who knows where Vita is? She actually did seem to enjoy doing Abend Time, but... well, she's a little busy with other things.
This is you, isn't it, Rean?
Oh, is this Elise?
Yes, it's me. Sorry for calling you like this so late in the evening. I'm not bothering you, am I?
No.
Yes, I wasn't going to, but Her Highness insisted. It'll take some getting used to, but it's nice to be able to hear your voice even when you're so far away.
Oh, Liz is home. Ah, we're doing this stupid thing where Reen's not toast and yet the other character is. I hate that.
I didn't have any specific reason for calling. It was just that the letter you sent about your return from Crossbell arrived today. Oh, please don't apologize. I know how busy you must be now. Believe me, I was just happy to hear you were back safe and sound. Your trip must have been exhausting. By the sound of things, you did an excellent job, too. I'm so proud of you, Reen.
It is massively
If you say
overblown.
so.
It is propaganda.
No, not at all. Regardless, now that I've heard your voice, I feel a lot better. So I'll leave you to enjoy the rest of your night now. Oh, there's no need for that. Good night, Reen. Sweet dreams.
Good night, Elise. No, dude, she's worried about you. God damn it, Reen. Just never thinks about himself.
Where is she?
The wind kept blowing it closed.
The door?
Yeah. I think this should start the free day proper. And we'll be done for now. There is a difference, though. You have to actually report to who they are. Race to end all races. Okay. We have the class warfare one. That's specifically scored with Patrick. Okay. So Trista. Yeah, we have like 5 side quests, and I think some hidden ones too. Yeah, we have to speak to Toa at the Student Union building directly. Obviously, because we're at the end of the game, there's no like chapter to go to after this, so we have to report it as we go. Now, granted, even though we still can get AP, in fact, there's still an additional AP bonus award, which is crazy. Obviously, we don't actually need it, but I'm still going to get them anyway, just for completion's sake. But yeah, I mean, there's no more like AP rewards to get. We've already got them all. But there are still quest rewards and a whole bunch of profiles to get. Yep. hidden quests. Oh yeah, we'll go from there, but that's good for now. It's been like 3 hours. 3.5 hours, actually. So, whatever. I will see you Monday. I think Liz will stream tomorrow. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. See you Monday.